men's leagues, you guys just be violating, but it's because it's light work. You feel me? Um, so that's how that be, bro. But but yeah. All right, we back at it again. So hey, what's the title of this show? The title of the show is By Any Means, and you know what that means. The show must always go on. So even when there's controversy, even when there's, you feel me, you got to work on the fly. You got to just get it done. It is what it is. You feel me? So I'm here with my dog Bama, a Headache Gang special. I mean, listen, we have talked about getting up here and chopping it up for a long time. I'm happy to have you on here. Shout out to, well, let me run the banners. Let me run the banners. Shout out to our banners. Let's run them banners. Shout out to our members of the Players Choice community. Shout out to our GOAT members, King J and Comatose. But with that being said, Bama, this is a Headache Gang production.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that, bro, we have talked about in private. That is about time we get off our chest, bro, and start just really chopping it up about this stuff. Yeah. But I think the biggest thing to open up with, as you know, Cam Newton. So Cam Newton threw the video out. All I can look at is this. All I can think about is this. When he's got his hands like this, and he said, all of these randoms keep getting jobs. How come all of these randoms keep getting jobs? So what does he do? Today, he threw at the not at the combine, at Auburn's Pro Day.
Pretty much.
Is Cam making a comeback? And do you think he can make a comeback?
I mean, if Matt Ryan's, Carson Wentz, Derek Carr, Zach Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton. I hope y'all see where I'm going with this. Yeah, man. If those guys are able, Davis Mills, if those guys are able to get a starting jersey, not just a jersey, be called upon and be like, hey, we need you to make a play. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why Cam can't. You feel me? Like, I feel what people be saying where Cam is just, he one of those guys now, but I still feel like on Cam worst day, he better than those dudes.
See, the problem is, and this is where like being a football nerd and junkie comes back to bite you in the butt as you get older, because like I'm a Cam Newton fanatic. Like the Auburn era to now, like I'm rocking with him always. But at the same time, Bama, like sometimes it is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta be real. And here's my question. Can Cam Newton be a backup? Because Skip Bayless, I heard him say this today, and I really felt him like Cam Newton was never born to be no backup, bro. I feel like no matter what, because of who Cam Newton is as an icon, as just a figure in sports history, I think it is hard to just say this guy is going to be able to just be a backup and fit into a role like that in the NFL. Like he said before, he don't think 32 guys in the league are better than him. And so that, with that being said, that means wherever he goes, he's still going to feel that way. He's going to feel like that I should be one of the 32 starters in this league. But so could he be in a situation where he is not a starter?
All right. So I'll say one or two things. All right. Keep it respectful as possible because it's not my podcast.
Nah, this is yours too, bro. You definitely by any means.
No. I'm just
definitely by any means.
Players' choice in general. I don't want to say too much conspiracy shit on, what I'm saying, Shaq channel. But all right, so this is where I'm coming from. Just hear me out, right? Realistically looking at it, maybe you can be like, Cam might be washed. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But like, just knowing about kinesiology, physical education, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Athleticism wise, Cam is like 32. Again, bro, like Carson Wentz, like, bro, like, cause see, that's what I say. That's where y'all be missing me. It's like, yeah, I do hear you where it's like Cam might not be, no Justin Herbert or Lamar Jackson comparison, where I'm not saying come in there and compete with those dudes. That's blasphemous right there. But can he go in there and possibly be better than the Andy Dalton or Ryan? Like that's where I'm. That's what you see. What I'm saying? Like,
yes. No, I get it. I get what you're saying because,
and that's where I see where he coming from. Like, if we just not going off of the I don't want to be cliche with that script bullshit, but if we just not going off of the way of the league or whatever the case may be, and we just go off of face value, I see why Cam keeps saying ain't 32 quarterbacks better than me.
And honestly, bro, the way the game is evolving now, bro, like, I mean, wouldn't you rather have a Cam Newton type than an Andy Dalton type of quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Like, the statue don't exist in football anymore. I don't think there's the only guy who can really sit in a pocket and be a statue in the NFL right now is maybe Aaron Rodgers, and he ain't even a statue. He ain't even a statue. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Burrow, he not even. I mean, Joe Burrow, the only person that give me that pocket passer. Like,
and he ain't a statue either.
Yeah, and he'll still skate when he got to.
So it's like, I mean, there's definitely a place for Cam in the league for sure, but at the same time, I gotta also think in my head, like, I don't know if I'm willing to, because how much money you want, Cam? Let's say I just want to bring you in, like, because if you want, like, this is my issue with this is my other issue. If you want to bring in Cam, you got to bring him in as a backup. Does he want like top tier backup money? Because there's backups. There's some backups out here getting $10 million, bro.
Nah, he played in New England like for 11. Like, Cam don't even want money. Cam just want to play. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where it get ugly. Because
I gotta ask the business. I gotta play devil's advocate a little bit because I gotta ask about the business ends, bro.
No. I get you. Like, I'm thinking on the business end too, but I'm just thinking on both sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to come from how Cam feeling too. You feel me? Like, on one hand, I do see what you're saying. That was Carolina. He was garbage. I know. Man, bro, he wasn't that last stand. Carolina, he was bum. I will give you that. So just looking at it, it's like, man. But at the same time, this is what you got to factor in. Last part of New England, bad. Carolina, bad. All right, so let's deep dive those situations. When he first get there, COVID, no off season, but he still get the mini camp or whatever the case may be. Right. So he comes in 3-0, 3-1, whatever the case may be. He was that little first down, that little touchdown away. They ran the same play like 4 times. He was that touchdown away from beating Seattle and being 4-0. Right. Catches COVID. All right. He's out for 2 weeks. Got to sit the 2 weeks or whatever. Right. Comes back. Look like he don't know the plays. Loses the playbook. All right. Goes downhill. Get Mac Jones. Rid of him. All right. Then he goes to Carolina because he was just sitting. And then magically goes back to Carolina, which they traded him. I don't know why they do that. But anyway, goes back to Carolina and they play him that week. Normally they let the players sit, but Cam, they play him that week and they win, just all some emotion shit. And he had 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown, which he only had like 8 yards passing. But I mean, they used him in a gimmick way. They didn't even really give him the offense like fully. So it was just like, I mean, both situations was a lose-lose for him. Now he in a situation where he could kind of sit back and be like, all right, I'll go here. I don't know. I just feel like it's a better situation if somebody give him a chance. I mean, I feel like he didn't fully get it. I mean, if you want to write him off of those two stints, I mean, I guess, bro. It is what it is. It's the game, It's the game. But,
yo, do you want me to? I ain't gonna lie. Your little cousin not gonna like that. Don't like what you're saying right now. You know our nephew don't. You know our nappy headed little cousin don't like what you're saying right now.
Yeah, I know Trent, the nastiest one. I had to
Our
tell him.
little cousin do not like what you're saying right now. I already know he don't. He's gonna come in here and violate Kim. You know he's about to come in and say,
Nah, he
Cam,
like Cam. He be having to defend Cam.
Okay, good. He feel like he seemed like one of them ones that'll say, you know, he be nasty, bro. You don't even know what side of the fence he's on. But yeah, he might. All right, okay, that's good. That's good to hear. So, Bama, are they paying Lamar or what, bro? What's going on?
I mean, shit. If I'm the Ravens, I don't see who else y'all gonna get,
bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm at a point right now where I guess this is like the perfect place for me to go on this rant. So I need you to like just hear me about this for a minute. I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute.
He's not better than Derek Carr, but shit. I mean, who else can you get? Derek Carr gone.
I don't. Come on, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The rated R superstar himself. Oh my goodness, Derek Carr. So, bro, I am actually a little frustrated with the New York Jets because you know what I realized about my organization over this whole like Aaron Rodgers escapade. Yo, the Jets organization, bro, we're that guy or that girl that don't have enough security with themselves that the moment they see somebody pretty that wants to like talk to them, they want to go all in, marry them, kiss them, you know, just want to be with them forever, only knowing them for 20 minutes. But because they gave them some affection back, and that's what they want to be. I'm gonna tell you why I feel that way. Because we swung and missed on Sam Darnold. Got enamored by a bunch of prototypical this, that, these intangible, that intangibles. But on the field, Sam Darnold was not great at USC, and we took him anyway. What do we do again? It went an entire year. It went an entire season in a COVID-riddled year. This kid that wore number 2 with a headband looked flashy enough at Brigham Young University with their schedule that consisted of a bunch of what competition? They go out there. This kid could not be Coastal Carolina. But because he makes a few pretty throws, we booked him as the number 2 pick in the draft. Granted, Bama, this is the same organization that watched Justin Fields put up 6 touchdowns against the perennial first-round pick in that year's draft, who's been the first-round pick since, I want to say, since he was a senior in high school. Fast forward now. We obviously know that we messed up. We messed up with Zach Wilson. Our season last year was a complete waste because we had all this talent and we weren't going anywhere fast because we didn't have the guy running the offense who can get these things done. But not only do we got a guy that cannot get these things done, we're going to go all in on Aaron Rodgers. Now, do I think we need to give up a first-round pick for Aaron Rodgers? God damn it, if we do, we are out of our minds. If we give up a first-round pick for Aaron Rodgers, we have completely lost a screw as an organization. But not only that, we are so dead set on something that we are expecting to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I don't want to sound like a pessimist. I do think Aaron Rodgers is a lovely guy to have, but we're only going to have him for 2 years, Bama. There's been no rumblings of us talking about getting Lamar because Lamar changed us for the next decade. Aaron Rodgers, he may play next year, Bama, and be like, I'm going to retire.
Man. And
then what? Because then you're going to be back at ground zero. And if we played with Aaron Rodgers last year, then that means we'll probably, I'm going to assume we have won enough games. So we won't be able to get Caleb Williams at number 1. Or if that was our goal, we would have to trade our entire life to go get that guy. But I wouldn't say it's not impossible because we would be desperate. You understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like we don't really weigh all our options well in my eyes. I think we get enamored with something and we deep dive into it. and I think this may bite us in the butt if we can't get this Aaron Rodgers deal done. Because I still feel like it's at a bit of an impasse. So,
you feel like you should just get a Lamar?
bro, I think we should have turned the plane around.
If you were to give up a first round, right? You'd rather give it up for Lamar, right?
Bam, I'd give up 3 of them. Realistically, I would honestly give up 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, bro. I would give it up, and I'd give him the $220 million guarantee that he wants. Like whatever he wants, I can give it to him. Oh my God! Wow.
What?
That sounded crazy, but anyway.
Oh yeah.
Holy
nasty,
cow,
man.
That was loud. There go a little nasty man himself. So let's get you up to speed, Trent. Let's get you up to speed. First, we was talking Cam Newton. We was talking Lamar Jackson. But Bama tells me you're a Cam guy. So do you think Cam deserves another shot in the league? Well, let me not say deserves. I'm not going to say deserves. I know he got the ability. Should he be on a team? Like,
yeah, bro, he should at least be a backup, bro. It's that I think with when it comes to Cam, probably people don't like on why they probably backtrack, probably because first off he old and like probably his personality. Like, do you think like Cam would be cool with just being the backup though?
That's my question to Bama. Do he look like a guy that wants to be a backup?
Because this is Cam Newton, bro. You saw the video, like doing the warm-ups, these randoms, calling people randoms out here, like, bro, Cam, you ain't been Cam in a minute, like. You can't be calling people randoms, and like at this point in 2023, bro, you might be looked as a random too, bro.
Let me see who else is somebody nasty. If you nasty and you feel like you got something nasty, you can slide. This PC Gridiron Open Gym. Anyway, wait, I think I put that thing in wrong.
Nah, bro.
This is my issue. I don't think nothing really wrong with Kim. I don't think Cam Newton is a random, but I also don't think he should be calling all these other players randoms either.
Yeah, he should.
But shit, they is though.
No, but hold on. He could not outplay Mac Jones.
But why do you have to go that far? Like,
go with him. How am I going far?
Carson Wentz.
He couldn't outplay a
Carson Wentz is not a random.
Hold on.
Carson Wentz is a random now, Bama.
Hold on.
He did one like outside of that 1 year, that one MVP year, and he got hurt, bro. Like, just be honest, bro. Like, come on, bro. Carson.
I just don't. But the thing is, Carson Wentz, I don't think he could be a backup anywhere either. Personally, I think Carson Wentz, like, no funny. This is gonna sound so terrible to say, but if I'm Cam Newton and I'm Carson Wentz, bro, I made so much bread. I'm going to play in the XFL with The Rock.
You for real?
Bro, I'm not saying that to be funny, bro. This is how you can make all your money post-sports, bro.
And it can show how if you still good.
If you're still good, you can show how you're still good. You're trying to make another league be powerful. You can put all these older players, bro. If Johnny Manziel's in there, you're going to watch. If Cam Newton is there, you're going to watch. These are all – you're trying to get eyes anyway. If all these guys want to do is play, if they just want to play, let them play.
But come on, great bro. Question, like, bro. He was a MVP of the NFL, bro. Like, what? Come on.
Okay, but you got to think about it, Bama. That's you. How long is that? Bro, that's 2015.
I get it. It's almost 10 years, but still, though.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it wasn't like what Shannon Sharp said this morning, though. Like, I kind of agree to an extent, bro. Like, you can't be talking all this, bro. Like, bro, when Cam came back this last season, bro.
He did not look good, bro.
He didn't look good, bro. Like
he didn't look good, and that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if you can be talking like that, playing at that level. Look who I found. There's one nasty man.
Ben from the block.
What is it like? And then Junebug. I had a teammate at school named Junebug.
Nah, but it's just like. But it's just like you can't be talking like that. Like it'd be different if Cam was like, if he would have came to those Panthers games, he'd have like 10 touchdowns, Like even if he like 10 touchdowns, 5 picks, all right, that's fine. That's solid. Like what, 5 games, whatever. With the Panthers team that was dirt, you got more interceptions than touchdowns, bro.
Bro, and then I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't cap. I love Cam Newton. I love him to death. But when they went to Carolina and he went on the Panther and did all of that and they still lost the game, bro, I'm sorry that left us sour. That was just that was like he fumbled that, bro.
Like
Gabe still did terrible.
Gabe asked a great.
That was terrible. Bro. Gabe asked a great. I was just about to say Gabe asked a great question.
He might be in the same place as Melo, bro.
Is Cam in the same place as Carmelo Anthony?
But that's bad. Like, bro, Carmelo never won MVP.
No, I don't know. Not in that terms of sense, but like you know how like when Melo was out the league for a minute, Bama,
and it was still gross that he was out the league though.
But at any point, was at any point in Melo's career was he the best player in the NBA?
No.
Cam Newton's best season in football, he was the best player in football that year, at least.
Yeah, I think he was.
At his best.
2015.
I think 2015 he was the best player in football. I think we all could agree to that.
He had some like 2017, he had a good year after that too. So I mean like he was pretty solid after the MVP.
He had an awesome rookie year as well.
I'm just saying though, it's just like bro, it's 2023, bro. Like I'm just saying, like I love because the one thing I always love about Cam is his confidence. Like
me too,
bro. Like you can't be talking like this, and then you playing like random, like you can't do it, bro. It's just how it is.
And that's how I feel. Is like, bro, like if you're one of those players that really talks crazy and you back it up, I'm always cool with it. I'll give you an example. Remember Josh Norman?
Yeah,
Josh Norman used to talk filthy. He used to talk filthy. Then what started happening? He started getting cooked up.
And then stop talking. Like he fell off. But like that's the game though. That happens. But like you can't be 33, 34 still talking like this and like you haven't had a good season since 2017.
Yeah, bro. I'm nervous, bro. Like
are you saying 2017, 2018 or 2016, 2017? Because they were ass 2016, 2017.
Now the year we made because my pops was working for them at the time. They played the Saints like 3 times in a row and they lost them in the playoffs. They played like 3 times and lost. So I think that was like the 2017, 2018 year.
Yeah, because 2016, 2017, they didn't even make the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, 2016 2017. I think that's when Cam got hurt.
His best year was the year before. Where he choked in the Super Bowl, but don't nobody like to talk about that a lot.
So let me ask y'all a bigger question. I feel like this is the bigger question. Is Cam Newton a Hall of Famer?
Nah, he's not.
Hell no. And I love Cam Newton. And I love Cam Newton.
I love him to death, bro.
But hell no.
I do too.
Nah, and this is where I got it. And now I'm gonna ask y'all a follow-up question because I'm not gonna lie. If y'all say any of these players deserve to be in the Hall, I'm gonna set the tone. I'm gonna set the tone in here. So I'm gonna just throw some names out there. I'm gonna say one right now. Phillip Rivers.
No.
Hell no.
Nah. Okay.
You better not say the name. Better not say the name.
Is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer?
I don't think he is.
I love Matt Ryan from Georgia. Hell no.
I don't think he is.
I'm about to say another name.
He had good people.
Is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer?
I think he's the Hall of. I think he's the Hall of. I think he's the Hall of Famer. But you got to think about it.
I knew it. I knew he was going to be the one. Y'all was going. I knew he was going to be the one.
You got to put some context beside that, though.
I knew it.
You got to put some context beside that.
How is Stanford? Somebody want like the link.
Yeah, I'm about to. How is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer? Please tell me. And if I say the Super Bowl, you lost me. So wait. Hold on. Let me ask you, is my dog McNabb?
No.
Yeah, he a Hall of Famer, bro. You tweeting.
Donovan McNabb.
You cap, bro. You cap, bro.
Donovan McNabb, a Hall of Famer?
All right, I'm being natural right now. Hey, I like that team.
He's a Hall of Famer. If I feel like based off, if you look at that man's career outside of not winning the Super Bowl, he's had more playoff success than Matthew Stafford. He got all them cumulative numbers that we love so much. He got those two.
Matthew Stafford tough though, bro.
You think Donovan McFlab is a Hall of Famer?
Chill out. That's my dog.
And yes, McFlab is crazy.
Come, J-Rob, I know get the
Look. We got to talk about Matthew Stafford stats, though.
Come on,
We got to talk about it, bro.
All right, I'm just saying, bro. I just feel like you got to really sell me on Matthew Stafford, bro. How is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer?
Nah, I don't think he is, though.
Okay, first off top, I got to go with he held it down for Detroit for a long time, bro. And when he was playing with Detroit, he was balling. He did have some good seasons, bro. And I don't really I got to think back, but I don't remember too many weapons that Matthew Stafford had where he had to, you know what I'm saying, go crazy every damn season. Not that I can think of.
Trent, do you hear what he just said, bro?
What he said?
School me.
What he say?
He said he didn't have the best weapons, bro. You had the best receiver for like 5
he had the
Bro,
best
okay,
receiver.
I ain't even gonna
say-
name his best receiver.
Bro,
I'm gonna name the
I ain't gonna lie. People act like when he was on the Lions, he didn't have weapons, bro. He had
That's
weapons.
what I'm saying on the Lions. I ain't saying anything.
I mean,
After the
besides
Lions.
Megatron,
Who did he have on the Lions where he was really good?
besides
Nate
Megatron,
Burleson, Titus
Nah, don't say Nate
Young.
Burleson. He was old as fish grease, bro.
Titus
Nate
Young.
Burleson was still nice.
He had
Aight.
Titus
Next.
He
Young.
was alright.
Come
Next.
on,
He
bro.
had
That's not
Pettigrew
moving me,
from.
bro.
He had the tight end Pettigrew from
Brandon, he had-
Oklahoma State.
That's not
Brandon
moving me, bro.
That's not moving you,
Bro, he had
Aaron
Calvin
Booty.
Johnson.
No,
bro.
we're
He
not
had
even
Okay.
gonna
Calvin
name that.
I mean,
We're not
other
even
than
gonna name
Megatron,
that.
though.
He
We're
had
not even
Golden
gonna
Tate.
name
Golden
the
Tate was
What
solid.
about
Oh, yeah, Golden
2017?
Tate
Yeah,
was
Golden
trash.
Tate. Bro, yeah,
Golden
Golden
Tate.
Tate.
Golden
Come
Tate.
on, y'all.
Yeah.
What are we saying? Matthew Stafford did have weapons, bro.
I think he's just in the Hall of Very good. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think none of the QBs that you named was a Hall of Famer. I don't think Cam is either. He can't be. Like he had the
Stafford in the
MVP.
Hall of Fame, man.
Why can't Cam be a Hall of
Why
Famer?
would Cam be in the Hall of Fame? Because of the MVP.
Damn near.
Hey, I don't want to. I almost said
Like
something.
before,
man.
like Bam, but you.
I love him, but no, come on, bro. No,
You know, like,
he's
Cam
not.
was not good at
He's
team,
not no
though.
Hall of
You
Fame.
know,
You know, I'll defend Cam to the moon, but Hall of Fame is crazy. He's not
It's
a Hall of Fame.
crazy.
That's crazy.
The Hall of
No
Fame.
one in their right
like,
mind has
you-
ever
you
thought
know,
that though.
he-
They've never thought, yeah, Cam is ready for the Hall of Fame. Like, put Cam in there.
I would put Cam in the Hall of Fame.
A man that can't do nothing in the past 3-4 years. That's who you put in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not gonna.
I ain't gonna lie. I watched Cam catch the team. The only reason I think I'll give him a nod is because I know some other bums is getting in there, bro.
Who?
Yeah,
So-
that's true. That's true.
Bums
Bro,
is
if
getting
they
in, bro.
don't have Steve Smith
Bums
in
is-
there, you're not putting Cam Newton in there, bro.
I mean, first of all, wasn't you on the other show trying to talk about Steve Smith being the receiver of the decade?
Oh no,
Oh, I never
wrong
said
guy.
receiver.
And
Yeah,
Justin,
I said
and
he top
Justin,
10.
and shout out to Justin Henry for telling the truth. He said
Nah.
the hell of
But
Torrey Holt, better.
No, he's not.
Better.
No, he's not.
Better.
No,
Torrey
he's
Holt is
not
prime.
better.
was
He's not better than him.
bro.
He's not better than him.
Torrey
But
Holt is
the
prime.
thing is though,
better.
but the thing is with
Better.
Justin's point though, that didn't make sense. He said he wasn't top 10 in his era, and then he started naming 2010 guys. Like that's Steve Smith's era. That's not his era.
That's not his era. That's not his era.
Yeah.
That's not his era.
That's not exactly.
And if we talking about in his era, he's for sure top 5.
Is Steve
And then
Smith? You say so? Steve Smith is a Hall of Famer.
Duh.
Yeah.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Is Steve Smith not a Hall of Famer?
What?
But
You're
you
saying
have
Steve Smith not a Hall of Famer?
you have the notion for fix your mouth and say
Don't
Cam
do
Newton
that.
in.
Wait, hold on. Time out. So is Fred Taylor a Hall of Famer?
Yes, without a question.
Come out your mouth and say Fred Taylor's not a Hall of Famer.
Without a doubt.
Come out your mouth and say Fred Taylor's not a Hall of Famer. If we're going to say Steve Smith is a Hall of Famer, and you come out your mouth at the same time and say Fred
Time
Taylor.
out. Wait,
It's
why
not
are
a
you
Hall of
saying that
Famer.
like why are you saying that like
Steve Smith was a scrub. Like this.
Like, first of all, why are you saying that? Like,
out.
bro, I ain't gonna lie. Steve, you get what's the name? Steve Smith is top 10 in his position. Fred Taylor ain't, but they both in the Hall of Fame. They can both be Hall of Famers.
Fred Taylor's not top 10 in his position because he played for the Jaguars, bro.
He's not a top. Fred Taylor's not a top 10 running back of all time. No.
But I'm saying the way we would talk about Freddie T would be so much different
Top 15,
if he didn't
bro.
play. If he did not play for the Jaguars, bro.
Hey,
Honestly,
shoulda, woulda, man. He
Fact,
did
bro.
play for him. He's not that guy.
He got, and the only reason I'm saying that, the only reason I'm saying that is because first of all, when it comes to like quarterbacks and skill positions, I look at skill positions a little bit differently when it comes to putting them in the Hall of Fame
Okay.
in terms of like the NFL. Because realistically, you could be Joe Thomas, bro, and be an All-Pro for a decade and have to play for the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a Hall of Famer, but
I was about to say, ain't he still Hall of Fame though?
he is. But that's
So
why
at the
I'm
end of the
giving
day,
Fred
it's really
T.
about what
I'm
you
giving
do at
Freddie
your
T.
position and where you at.
Wait, but you can't. But JRob, can you not keep the same manager of Steve Smith? If you put Steve Smith on a whole different team, his situation could have been different.
The only reason I don't rock with only reason I'll be bullish on Steve Smith because once I found out certain guys was not in the hall, it just kind of made me, it turned me off a little bit. Like it made me realize, like, to me right now, the NFL Hall of Fame to me seems more like a popularity contest than like standards. Like I think Deion Sanders put that shit in the best perspective. Like there needs to be a tier A to the Hall of Fame and then whatever.
I don't really like Deion Sanders. He be kind of getting on my nerves, but that's another topic.
No, actually, one of our topics is Deion Junebug. So get off your chest, and then we'll segue into it, bro.
Deion Sanders did all that. People come to HBCUs and they leave.
Wait, Junebug. Junebug, hold on. You're talking to an HBCU grad now.
They don't want to hear this, bro. They don't want to hear it. He was like, oh, yeah, people just come over here for a little showtime and then leave. They'll never want to stay here and build. And then did the same thing.
Wait, but he did his thing.
He did do his thing. But he said his specific words were, people come over here and build in they don't want to build at HBCUs. They come over here, they get their shine, and then they leave.
Ooh,
he did the
let me get this.
Yeah, I'm out. Tag me in after.
All right, Junebug. This is why I say you walk down a slippery slope. He said,
"You sure did, bro. You sure did."
All right, we're gonna walk it down, right? Out of the 3 years he was there, he won the SWAC all 3 years in a row. Do you know what you get from winning the SWAC? $1 million. So that's $3 million. What he already did. You say people don't do nothing. He already did, which is $3. Win the SWAC, which is $3 million right there. Okay, all right, cool. On top of that, he built a $7 million field house from his money. All right. Just to also this, Deion is a competitor. Also, let me remind you this. Let's get to the root of this. What school did Deion attend when he went to college?
Florida State.
Florida State. All right. Is that an HBCU, my brother?
No, it is not.
Oh, okay. Fast forward. We're going to go right back to the HBCUs. All right, cool. Then he got him $3 million, paid for a $7 million field house out of his own pocket. His salary was $300,000 a year, which that got ate up when you remember they had them dorm room problems with the warden and all of that. So he had to pay for a 5-star hotel because, like I said, them boys out there catching CTE. So they're not just going to stay in the Motel 6. Wow. You feel me? So he put them in a 5-star hotel. So I'm pretty sure for the whole month they was up in them. I think they was up in there 3 months. That go to $300K. That go first year's salary right there. When you might say, all right. So you fast forward to this. More money, so they getting money. They getting money from all the endorsement sponsors coming in there. Deion said they stealing money, so it was time to cut checks. You know, you got the NILs and all that. It's time to cut checks and send it to the players. Deion Sanders said, "Man, it took them boys 4 months to get it." He said, "How did he know it took them boys 4 months to get it? Because just in this situation, his kids is one of those players because he sent his kids over there with him." Right. A lot of coaches don't do that. A lot of coaches don't do that. They'll coach somewhere else, and the kids go to Harvard. But Deion had his kids in the hood with you, which they also kept breaking in his kid's car too, which is crazy, man. This is the same dude, right? So, might I ask? So, this is my question for you: if you have a child, if you have children, they breaking in your car, they stealing. Also, the school that employs you, you seem to be spending a lot more money than what you making with them. You feel me? You came here to work. This is your job. But when you look at your account, it's like, damn, bro, every time I got to do something for the school, it's like instead of them paying me, I'm paying them. All right, fast forward. We fast forward this all the way to this year. Deion Sanders, ultimate competitor. He qualified to go to the NCAA Division I AA playoffs. Right. His school just had to pay for transportation. Right. Guess what his school said? They said they're going to decline the invitation for the NCAA playoff run because they felt like they won't want to pay for the funds of transfer. And might I add, if they win, they get $14 million. So this is a gamble. Would you spend $1 million? Because they already won $1 million from the SWAC. So would you invest that $1 million to possibly win for? Might I add, Deion Sanders, he's 11-0. 11-0. I mean 11-1. I'm sorry, I apologize. 11
and I got Travis Hunter, by far the best player in the best player in the FCS by a million miles.
Best player in the FCS, and I got the best quarterback in the FCS. He also won
by a million miles.
HBCU player of the year.
Deion, bro.
I hear every word y'all saying, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not moving me.
Wait, Junebug, can you tag me in? Can you tag me in, Bama? Tag me in.
Everybody moving me, and I'm gonna tell you why.
No, can you tag me in first before? Can I move you? Let me move you, bro. Because you know what? It's hard when you're speaking from a place you ain't been before.
True.
But the thing is about me, bro. I'm a HBCU graduate. I finished my collegiate career at a historically black college. I am a graduate of Tennessee State University. I played football there as well. And we're going to sit here and be real when we talk about Deion. And this is why some of the issues is Deion has become, and this is why this whole situation annoys me, is because we try to make Deion the Jesus of HBCU athletics. When the first thing that nobody acknowledges is most people, when they leave somewhere, they never leave it better than how they found it.
True.
Jackson State, because of the 3 years they had with Deion Sanders, they will be set for a long time in terms of how they can move forward and build off what they've established.
True.
Now, Junebug, the issue that I have with you not being harsh on Deion is because you don't realize the lack and the mismanagement of fundings and self-inflicted wounds that HBCUs we inflict upon ourselves. I'm gonna just be real about that. And the thing is you can't. We are never allowed to say it, because if you say it, it seems like I'm bringing down black universities. And that's the thing. I ain't trying to bring down no black universities. I am very proud to have graduated from a historically black institution. I say that with my chest held high.
Facts.
But at the same time,
I just want to ask this: how come do I have to let my people mistreat me to prove how black?
And that's in Junebug, and that's exactly what I was about to. I was saying, Bama, you literally took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say, but Junebug, why do I have to play in under these terrible conditions? But I can't say it out loud because it makes me less black or anti-black. I know for certain at Tennessee State University, we pouring tens of thousands of dollars a year to make sure our grass is cut. But the freshman dormitories, they public showers on their floors still got mold in it. Still living in these terrible conditions. You take this money from Donald Trump that everybody keep talking to me about. Every person tell me Donald Trump helped HBCUs and gave us all this bread. But I went to an HBCU during this time and I ain't seen no change. I was still in the same conditions. And then you got Deion out here paying out. And this is what I don't like is when Mississippi ain't had no goddamn clean water. Who put water in them? Who put clean water and plumbing around them boys so they could practice? It was sure wasn't Jackson State out of their pocket, came out of Deion's pocket. When they had to, all the money that Deion out of his own personal bank account poured into that program, and you can't bet $1 million to go play in the FCS playoffs when you're talking about the advancement of historically black athletics. But when it comes to historically black athletics, you don't want them to really advance. Can they play on the biggest stage of the FCS because you want to put the funding out there? You got Ed Reed out here saying, I can't get my damn office clean.
Yeah.
You can't even clean my office.
They fired him up for sure.
Like, you gotta really understand, Junebug. It ain't Deion trying to leave his people. But if your people don't want to keep going with you, what are you supposed to do? Because the problem is that black people don't want to talk about, I feel like, especially in sports, is we don't talk about how not all of us really want to see the progression. We don't really want to make those advancements. There's been a crazy spotlight on HBCU sports. And whether you are mad at Deion for leaving or not, let's be real. Half that sports medicine team, them young black girls that's on that team, they came from Jackson State. That man giving young black folks and young black youth more opportunity, put them in spotlights and seeing places they would never see. So that when people try to say he leaving his people behind,
What's he bringing players with him, bro?
He bringing players with him. He's bringing staff with him. Coaches. How coaches that? There was one coach. His quarterbacks coach, I think, was literally the head coach at Florida A&M. You think that coach at Florida A&M would have had this opportunity if Deion doesn't say, "Come Colorado, let's go rage up the Pac-12"? Like me and Bama, whether we crazy or not, we think Colorado might win it first year out.
I don't know about all that. Even though I do think Deion Sanders is a great coach,
but that's how much belief we have in this man. Like as a
y'all wilding with the Colorado predictions, but I feel you though.
I mean, I ain't really too much known with Pac-12. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you like
I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
I'm watching the division like that.
I'm telling you, bro. If they win 8 games this year, I feel like that's crazy. I think they're winning 6 games at best.
But let's say this: they win 6 games. Trent, how many games they won the year before? They won 2 games.
They won like 2 games. Yeah, that's an improvement though. That's definitely an improvement.
They won 2 games.
No, that's not saying nothing bad.
You breathing life into a program that you feel me.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. He did bring life into Jackson State. He brought money over there. He brought opportunity. He brought a whole bunch of new visions, everything, and winning. Not to diminish that. I think it was 29-7, 2 SWAC championships, but still, this is what we got to talk about. Jackson State is in where?
Mississippi.
Mississippi is the brokest state alive. We know that Jackson State didn't have no money before he even got there. So for him to assume that he was going to get there, I don't even think they pay him that much money to come.
Junebug, Jackson State didn't have $1 million.
Yeah, they had $1 million.
They couldn't give up $1 million.
Now, I feel like that was a dumb decision because not only would that have brought more people or attention to their team in the first place, even though they already had a lot of attention to them, they would have had people being ready to go to HBCUs trying to show out just to get this opportunity. And then you got at the same time, what's it called? That brings in more money to them, revenue. Yeah, that brings in more money to them at the end of the day if they would spend that $1 million. I'm not saying that's not a bad decision at all. I'm not saying that Jackson State made the best decision overall when it came to Deion Sanders. But at the same time, his words, I'm just going off of what he said. I know we do got to hold people accountable at some we're not all going to want to deal with some BS at the end of the day. But still, there's no way that you would have thought that you was going to get there and that the money situation was going to be suitable for Deion Sanders and for all the star people he was bringing in at the same time.
But Junebug, do you really think, and this is why I got to be real when I be talking sometimes, do y'all really think Sanders needs money?
I don't think he needs money at all.
He don't need no money.
But I think Jackson State
Deion Sanders coaches because he really love it.
Exactly. And he cold at it.
So
I've been watching him since he was I think it was high school. He was coaching his sons.
Do you remember he used to have that reality TV show?
Yeah. Yes. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes.
He's going crazy, bro. Deion Sanders been going crazy. So that's when I heard he was going to be doing college. I was like, cool, he's going to be doing his thing. And at the end of the day, I really thought if he wasn't going to stay at that HBCU, that he was going to go to another one, at the end of the day.
Junebug, can I ask you a question? Are you in a relationship?
Nah.
Have you ever had a girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever you into? Right. Whoa. So with that being said, when you're in that relationship, you expect your partner to reciprocate. I tell my girlfriend, I call it 100 and 100.
Right.
We gotta operate at 100 and 100 effort with one another.
Mm-hmm.
So you expect your partner to operate at 100% with you at all times. Because you gotta operate at the same.
Facts.
But if your partner is not giving you 100, they're giving you 45.
Mm-hmm.
But you still giving them 100, you're supposed to keep being with that person?
Now, let me ask you a question. Walking into this, do you actually think he thought that Jackson State was going to give him 100? Knowing where Jackson State is, knowing how Jackson State is, even before, you thought that there was going to be prominent and
yes, I did. I want 100
to be 100% genuine with somebody is free, my nigga.
Thank you.
That is the problem with the black culture, bro. Like we always act like just being 100% genuine is a hard thing to do, bro.
You should expect. He didn't go in there expecting to steal money,
bro. But does he have to go in there and allow them to steal money in his face?
Yeah, stealing money is crazy.
Like, come on, bro. They don't even Junebug, they don't even got
everything right.
Like Junebug, they don't even got security outside the locker room, so anybody could go in there and just steal.
No, bro, they don't even ride with the sheriffs. How they supposed to drive?
You gotta understand, Junebug, you should have won 100. And this is the issue. And your response to Bama was 1,000% the problem. The fact that that Deion should not have expected Jackson State to reciprocate the same level of energy into him as he was going to pour into them is blasphemy.
I just don't think it should have been expected. Just knowing what Jackson State is.
Why
because
not?
when has Jackson State ever been just down in money? You know what I'm saying? When has Jackson State ever been?
Why did Deion go to Colorado? Why did Deion go to Colorado? Because Colorado met him there. They gave him 100% of that commitment that he needed.
I think it's because they gave him $29 million.
Saban would stay at Alabama if he was not given a certain level of reciprocation by the university. You should every single time demand the same level of respect from your employer. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I think he expected it, but at the same time, I don't think he shouldn't have had any reasonable expectation. I don't think Jackson State has ever done anything to move me to that point where I'd be like, yeah, that's a reliable place.
But why should you not feel that way?
I mean, as somebody that applied there, of course he shouldn't feel that way. But from the outside looking in, from anybody else, come on, like y'all really thought that he was supposed to take that job over any of them first starting out?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, so let me tell you this.
Wait, hold on, Bama, hold on. Let me just get this super chat from Angie.
Yeah,
she sent the 10 beam. Oh, this is to me. But Jay, Deion left with all those things when he left. Let's be real. Game day was at JSU because of prom. JSU going back to where they were pre-Deion and PWIs caught the W yet again. All right. So let me just say one thing to just respond to Angie. Is coaching not a ladder?
It is.
Yeah. Coaching, when it comes to coaching, you're trying to make it to the absolute top.
And again, before you continue, underline Deion Sanders graduated from Florida State. Please, I want y'all to underline that. That is before we start is where we finish. Mm-hmm. Okay? He went to I want y'all to, I got to stress this. He went to Florida State University. But carry on with this Martin Luther King, I have a dream. All right. So we can still continue. That's what y'all want him to be. And that's
what y'all want him to be. Y'all want him to be
weird. That's so weird because how I'm thinking is, all right, Deion Sanders gave us a blueprint. So why we can't all just get up like that? Because at the end of the day, y'all sit there and be like, oh, he don't do X, Y, and Z for the other black schools. But my mama graduated from Alabama State, the truth, uniforms every 2 years. Brand new football stadium, brand new basketball stadium.
Right.
Alabama State ain't lacking for nothing. Howard got Jordan uniforms. We sit there and we harp on the negative, but it's other HBCUs out there doing some. So why we just want to put a light beam on them boys? You feel me?
That's where I thought he should have went.
What about he ain't gotta go there. They doing straight. Why he gotta go over there and they doing straight?
But the thing is, though, why are we mad for Deion for leaving?
I'm not mad at him for leaving.
I'm not mad at him for leaving.
He did the perfect job.
Listen.
I think it's just based off what he said was the reason I was mad that he was leaving. I felt like he was going to be HBCU forever. I don't think the reason that he left there is that I went mad. I think it's because he signed with Colorado.
Let me ask you this: Do you know what job Deion Sanders applied for when he first said he wanted to coach college football? Do you know what job he applied for? He applied for the Florida State job.
Yeah, he sure did.
He never set out to be an HBCU.
And they took Mike, and they took Mike Norvell.
So let me tell you this about HBCUs. Let me tell you this about HBCUs. HBCUs, preferably white ones. They call it prestige. So before you come to a prestigious university that's built off tradition and a long set of history, I don't care who you are. You have to show me a track record of coaching before you come coach at my prestigious university. So Deion Sanders had to go do the race. Where's a college I could just get in real quick and bring some spotlight to and show that I can coach college football and work my way up the ladder? Man, JSU was desperate. HBCUs, first victim. All right, we go here. Every year I was there, I showed dominance of my team. Fine.
Facts.
Next on, we go from getting paid $300,000 to $500 million. I even talked to my mama about this. She said that's a no-brainer, son. To go from getting paid $300,000 a year to $5 million a year, I would have left too. I wouldn't have said. My mama said she wouldn't have said nothing for $5 million to bump up from $300,000 to $5 million. So the fact that Deion Sanders even gave y'all a sorrow goodbye, he wrote a love letter. He put y'all on TV some more before he left. He kissed babies, and y'all get the y'all. Hey, they broke in his kid's car again and stole a laptop for. Man, we saw Shiloh. Man, I follow all of them dudes. Shiloh said, "Man, I got a project due, man. Can y'all just give my laptop back?" All right, and y'all broke in his kid's car again before he left. So again, when can you ask me when did Deion Sanders say he just set out to be Coach Robinson from Grambling State? That's just what I'm trying to figure. When did he tell you he was going to be that guy?
And my question is, Junebug, when are we going to stop allowing us to like disrespect each other? And we got to just accept. We got to always like accept less than the best standards.
I don't accept them saying that Jackson State. I think the problem was
but the fact that you think that Jackson State, but the fact that you think that Jackson State, the fact that you think that that Deion should not have expected much from Jackson State is ridiculous because of the fact that JSU, anybody who does business or should anything with any type of opportunistic mind should know that I bring Deion to JSU, the amount of attention that I'm about to get is about to be magnified. So even if Deion ain't going to be here for the next decade, there is a legitimate momentum that I can build off of this moment. Not only that, you got all these young coaches and people who are sacrificing their time to come to JSU at your program. And what do you have to do, Bama? This is like your new family. Your assistant coaches, you got to take them with you. If you making $300,000, but your safeties coach or your defensive back coach really making only $40K, Junebug, in your heart, can you live with $40K in today's
nah, definitely not. Not in today's market at all.
With a wife, let's say you got a wife, 2-3 kids, making $40K, you cannot do that. And
like you said though, Deion don't need the money. Deion do this to coach.
But everybody else does. It's not just about
I
Deion.
understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand Jackson State, like I said, Jackson State didn't do everything right. Another thing, I know that I'm not just signing up for something to – I know he was signing up to win and do good, but I know he wasn't signing up to come in and spend his own money and buy all this and buy all that and have his kids stolen from, So I definitely understand that. But I think it was just, the HBCU thing for me. I'm not saying, hey, he shouldn't have went to Colorado. He should have stayed at Jackson State. I'm saying he could have possibly got a bat from anywhere else. He probably could have got a bat from anywhere else. He been doing good these past 2 seasons. What was it? Like I said, it was like 26-7, 29-7, 2 swags. He was going crazy, bro. He was going crazy. He could have went somewhere else. He could have found another HBCU. People go to HBCUs, they build their shine, they get their shine on, and then they leave when they get the next best opportunity.
All right, so tell me, name me 3 other people that went to an HBCU shine and got on somewhere else.
I have no idea. I'm not really
exactly because it doesn't happen. It's a myth that we made up.
No. That was his words. I found the interview. That was his words. That's his thing. At
the end of the day, that is a myth. It's not true. Anybody that's played at an HBCU that's made it to the NBA, the NFL, they were diamonds in the rough that literally came to obscurity and defied the odds and got there. You can even look at back in the day, HBCUs that wasn't bringing out players until literally before we were even born. This is like the 60s, 50s, 60s, where black schools was actually prominent. Now it is not the same anymore, bro.
I just don't understand it is not. Why he gotta go stay at an HBCU for this though? Like,
I'm just saying that was what he said. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying specifically, oh, hey, stay at the HBCU forever, do your thing. But that's what he said.
But isn't he trying to? What is Deion trying to coach in the NFL?
No, he's trying to coach at Florida State.
Bro, he's trying to coach at Florida State. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Him doing this is gonna be the perfect time because watch, Colorado's gonna be a top program in the next 2 to 3 years. And then he's gonna get the head job as alma mater. Get to that Jackson State.
I'm sorry, real quick. I'm assuming we're talking about Deion not staying at HBCU. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Didn't he come out and say that they was doing him dirty as far as the money and the financials?
Yes,
so why would he stay?
I never said stay at Jackson State though, G baby.
Huh?
And I never said to stay at Jackson State though.
But it wasn't a problem with Jackson State. It was a problem with HBCU. Period.
Thank you. That's been my point. Because the same thing, he could have went to my alma mater. This is what I'm going to
explain. This is what I'm going to explain to June. But it probably wouldn't have been the same thing because this is what you're going to do. So this HBCU is my background.
Let me do that.
My whole family. Let me talk to you real quick. So the schools, because you saw Florida A&M was just as worse as Jackson State. As you can see, they had mold and shit. So we're going to go to the top premier HBCU programs. I'm going to walk you down it. Because what Deion Sanders also did, he created rivalries with up in there now. Because one thing about when you become very good, other people envy and hate you. So now you get rivals up in there. So we're going to go to the top programs. I'm going to walk y'all down it because I don't think y'all know a lot about HBCUs. So we'll talk about Alabama A&M. Possibly could transfer there, right? Because that's who won the SWAC his first year. They're not going to go there because they have Coach Maynard. Coach Maynard won 5 HBCU national championships. So that's just like a Nick Saban up in there. So they not just finna get rid of a Nick Saban just for Deion Sanders because we know who Deion Sanders is. In the HBCU world, he trumps Deion Sanders. As you can see, he beat him. All right. So they're not going to get rid of him. Then we're going to go over there to Alabama State. With old dude, Coach Robinson, Coach Eddie Robinson's son. He played in the NFL too with Deion Sanders. You already saw they almost got to fighting at the end of the game.
Yeah, so I remember that.
The rivalry right there as well.
Pushing,
so you think Alabama State, they find program they have, hey man, would you go get rid of a coach who have us pretty good every year as well, just because we want to get Deion Sanders because y'all know who he is? No, we're not going to do that's not going to make no sense for any program, let alone an HBCU program. Them boys just went like 7-4 or something like that. So they have a solid program every year. So I'm not going to get rid of him. Howard just won whatever conference they was in football, basketball, all that. And they sponsored by Jordan. Cam Newton, little brother, just went there. All of that. So they're not going to get rid of their coach in the midst of their success. So we just got to keep this rolling. Again, we want to go to a bet. You said it's other HBCUs out there that's better. I gave you 3 that's better, so they got better coaching situations. I'm not going to get rid of a better coaching situation just because I feel like y'all know who Deion Sanders is. It might not work over here. That's what they thinking. They're not thinking about a superstar over here. They just thinking about logistically of how my team works. If I got
who's Alcorn's coach?
But this is what I'm saying. Is it better than Jackson State? You see what I'm saying? And I think Alcorn State, they got like a white dude over there. They got a whole bunch of white coaches. They experiment with white coaches over there. So they got their own thing they working on too at Alcorn. This is HBCU. I live this HBCU shit.
I'm just saying Alcorn could have probably got them or something like that. They could have maybe
they got their own experiments they got working on.
They got a black coach over there. And looking at it, I don't know. They probably could have took them.
I just think overall, to Bama's point, like I know he just went through like all the the different situations and stuff. Jackson State, like when he came out and basically was like, it's not a Jackson State issue, it's an HBCU type issue. He could have went even the first, because I don't know much about HBCUs and names and stuff, but he could have easily. Even if he took the best job, whatever y'all consider the best job there to be in HBCUs, even if he would have took that, he still would have had the same issue. That's why he left. Now, granted, you think Colorado, it's like, even though it's a Power 5, even though it's a Power 5, it's Colorado. Exactly. Right. I know a guy who, a family friend with my parents and stuff. His son was committed to Colorado, had his scholarship, not honored when they changed over.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
which is another thing that was kind of crazy too. Like he was just like knocking people off. Like just,
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he could recruit. Because in college football,
that's the thing. But that's business, bro.
It was just kind of like, dang, I was really hoping he'd get a chance because it's exciting to see him there. Colorado's probably had the most buzz since then. I mean, since I can't tell you when the last time they had this much buzz,
bro.
You
Since
know what
the
I mean?
since the '90s when they actually won a natty.
yeah,
Bro.
like so, like you gotta understand, like
Yeah,
at
June, but the
least he's
problem
going
is
somewhere where his financials, at least so far as we know,
He
not
had
gonna
to
have a problem
spend
with
$7 million on a field house for Jackson State. He bought Lil Wayne up there without a penny being spent. And you saw what Lil Wayne said. Lil Wayne said, "It's the fucking locker room. Are you serious?" Go. But we all know who. Man, come on, man. We know who Lil Wayne is. We ain't gonna play crazy. That boy got money.
I'm
come on, man. For him
Nah,
to say
you
that
understand like that, like
before he spent $1 at college. Come on, man.
bro.
I got another bone to pick with
June,
G Baby and Trent and all the other people who was up on here last night.
June, but this the problem with that is systemic. But before you come at these two, the Dudley boys. Before you come at the Dudley boys, let me put you in the middle. Let me put you in the middle of them so you can get at them on the both. Shout out to Angie Carter. She sent me super chats in. Serious question, Jay. Was an HBC your first choice? Because it wasn't Deion's. Even Shannon said he only went to Savannah State because his grades sucked. Now it's the only place that took him. I ain't gonna lie, well, Angie, I ain't gonna lie. I went to UConn first, so no, it wasn't. I had a bunch of like coming out of high school.
So people really just don't mess with HBCUs.
I didn't. But the thing is, what people don't understand. But Angie, hold on. But this is the other thing. I did not have one offer either in high school from a historically black program. Not one HBCU recruited me out of New Jersey. Whether it's because they didn't want to drive up to New Jersey, but I didn't have not one HBCU offer, not even a letter, not even.
I think Shannon said that too, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't get anything. So even if I wanted to consider HBCU, it wasn't an option because I couldn't even. They didn't.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. JRob, HBCUs don't even recruit Northeast anyway.
They don't. Yeah, they literally
like,
don't.
They dead don't.
Angie, like I literally got lucky that literally how I got to. It was literally my final two schools was Temple, Howard, and
Temple is crazy.
And Tennessee State. And the only reason I didn't go to Temple was just because I didn't want to sit out because my year was the transfer rule. So I would have to sit, and then I would only have 1 year left of eligibility. So I won my 2 seasons. If you're serious about your athletics, why go if you got options? Just devil advocate, HBCU alum myself.
No disrespect to the HBCU.
No, I went to
like shit. I went to high school. I was just trying to see something different. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Like I went to all black high school. One white boy out of my 4 years I seen. Like so serious. One white boy out of 4 years. We had 3 white.
Shout out to the
dog. I'm the exact opposite, bro. I'm like one of the 5.
I just didn't have the option, bro. Like you gotta also understand, like, and when I was in high school, I'm not gonna say I didn't know HBCUs exist, but if it wasn't an option for me, then
I'm not gonna hold you. Coming from me, because I had a bunch coming out, even though a lot of them got taken away from my injury. I wasn't looking to go for HBCU because like exposure part, like playing as HBCU.
And that's just unfortunate. Like
that's just
HBCUs don't have HBCUs don't have that type of exposure.
And I really feel like they should. I feel like someone should just break that barrier. Like it should just start.
Well, that was Deion, but I think.
Well, I mean, player wise.
Oh, player wise. Yeah, I mean, Travis Hunter. I mean, I don't. Like, I'm not in tune with the high school.
Wait, hold on. Time out. One thing. Wait, Bama. Hold on. Yo, PSP, enter the conversation, bro. How do you feel about everything that's going on, bro?
With
been
Prime?
chilling.
Oh yeah, he been chilling, huh?
He been chilling.
Context because I just got in like 5 minutes ago. It was about Prime leaving Jackson State for Colorado.
Yes, that's what we talk about.
I don't have a problem with Prime doing what he did. Prime, I don't have a problem with him getting the bag, getting the money. I think for anyone to call him a sellout is ridiculous. The man did a lot of good for Jackson State and for people in Mississippi. Y'all so quick to criticize him, but meanwhile, a dude in Brett Favre stole welfare funds.
Wow. Yeah, he's dirty.
Hey,
he's dirty.
Come on now.
There's text
that's true,
stuff to prove all that stuff, but no one is saying anything. But
I've seen more tweets about Deion than I've seen of Brett Favre.
But my thing is, Prime did what Prime was supposed to do. I'm happy for him. I think Jackson State, the new coach there, I think he'll do fine. But that's all I'm going to say. But I'm not surprised at all that with Prime. I just don't get it. Brett Favre stealing welfare funds, yet they don't say anything, but there's more criticism. But no, wait, I do know. I'm sorry, but that's all I got to say.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, we all.
There you go. We all know. Hey, we all know.
And
We
then,
all know.
and then
I
like,
think
look,
it's
hey,
BS.
look,
That's all
snap.
I'm gonna say.
You all want to snap with you. Hey, brother. We know, brother. We know. Snap. Hey, talk
and
about
then,
it.
and then like to bring up like with opportunity, bro, like with coaching, bro, like that's just a game, bro. Like you may just say something out of when you first get your job, but like when you have a new opportunity that's gonna help you.
No, that's politics, bro.
Like, bro, that's
you
just
gotta
the
say
game,
that.
bro. Like,
I mean,
hold on, Ben, real quick. Nick Saban said he was never gonna leave LSU. What he do?
He said he
What?
wasn't gonna lead the Dolphins. The week he left.
Oh yeah,
he said
yeah. So he said both of them. He said it to both schools. He was never going.
Didn't Lincoln Riley also come up and was like, "I'm really happy where I'm at. I'm good, basically." And then like 3 days later, he's at
That's
USC.
easier said than
hey,
done.
Hey, fight on, SC.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Nick Saban
This
really
up.
said he was never after he won national title. He said he's never going to leave LSU. Now look at Nick Saban at a whole
Thank
different
you.
school, and he's the college football head coach and go. Like, bro,
Yeah,
this like
yes.
you gotta do stuff. You gotta do stuff for the best of you, bro.
You gotta do stuff for the best of yourself. Junebug. So I heard you said you got beef with Trent and G Baby. I ain't gonna lie, we be having beef with them all the time too. So you might say if your topic's good, we might jump in for it. We might jump in and we jump these two.
What you got beef with us for,
Bro, what y'all
what
not
did
going
we
to
do
keep
this
doing
time?
up here is disrespecting the Giants, bro. That's what we not.
Oh, like that shit.
That's what we're not finna keep doing, G Baby. I heard you say last night
man.
the worst NFL championship was the 2011
No, I said
Giants.
that, and I'm a Giants fan, bro.
And I almost got crazy up here, bro. Y'all don't know what the Giants went through, bro.
No,
Is it not?
I said it's the
No,
worst
we said they're the
because of how
worst
our team
team.
was.
No,
Because
they're
of
the
our
worst
team, not the
team
run.
to
The
win a
worst
championship.
team?
If you look at all the championship teams, they are one of the worst.
Like not set. Like let's not 70 and 60s tax because like all right, bro. Like
no. I'm just saying
like of the modern. Like I'm talking about like of all the
yes.
like from like 90s to the 2000s, like in 2010.
2010, bro. They are the worst
2011
team to win
Giants.
the
You gotta
Super
think
Bowl.
about it, bro. We had the worst passing defense, mind you. We turned up like our pass rush, but like we still not really good. But our playoff run was great though. But like
Yeah,
I
you
feel
guys
like
had
the
a
team
great
as whole-
playoff run, but your team was
okay,
really not
okay.
all that, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, if we talking team wise, let me see, just to be for sure.
The one that you might be able to.
Wait. So G Baby, you said the Giants are the worst Super Bowl team?
I don't know.
I don't think that
I don't
was
know
the
like
worst
60s
Super
and
Bowl.
I ain't gonna lie. I actually don't
I'm-
agree with that. The worst Super Bowl team was the year Aaron Rodgers won, bro.
No.
No.
Yeah, that team wasn't that.
Can't get with that, bro.
They were 10-6.
Did they not
didn't
have a
even
top
win the
10
division
defense?
that year.
We were 9-7.
No, I'm gonna say, it's my only reason why Trent and y'all gonna hate me for this is because of the games he had to play in, bro. Like if you the first
Philadelphia
game,
wild card.
he got bailed out. Shout out to BJ Raji.
Nah,
Next week,
that was the
not
Bears
BJ
game.
Raji, the Bears game, and in
Yeah,
the Bears
Bears
game,
game. That was the
he wasn't
NFC.
good. That's what I'm gonna say. The Bears game, he wasn't that great, and
The mother
Jay Cutler got hurt.
Jay Cutler got hurt, and I'm not saying, and my thing was not like that team was not crazy talented either, bro. That team,
I mean, they're on that
went
list.
on a great run. They went on a great run. They went on a great run. But I don't think they're one of the best
Hey,
teams.
but just
So I
think
feel
about it though, JRob.
I would throw that team in that mix.
That's the only 9-7 team to ever win the Super Bowl, bro.
But I don't
That's
think that was
true.
bad,
Yep,
though.
that's true.
Bro, think about it. How
Exactly.
many Hall of Famers on that team?
None.
Two Hall of, I don't even know if Justin Tuck is even in the Hall of Fame, bro.
He's not.
He's not. So
Nah.
as technically we have 0. Technically it's 0 right now, but I think Eli
Manning not in the Hall of Fame yet?
He'll probably get in.
Nah, I'm
He'll
Brian.
get
Yeah,
in
that ain't
later.
gonna get in there.
You'll get
Hold
in
on.
later.
Straight
yeah,
hand,
that's another
straight
thing, too.
hand. We had straight hand. Y'all had straight hand.
No, not in
That's
2011. Not
Not
in
in
2011. That's
2011,
07.
nah.
That's
Oh,
what
you're
I'm
saying
saying.
the
We
20.
still had JPP.
Oh, you're saying the 2011 team.
Yeah, I'm saying the
Yeah,
2011.
That was
Yeah,
Justin
JPP.
Tuck,
Okay,
JPP.
no.
JPP was tough, especially that year.
No, yeah, he was definitely tough. No, yeah, for sure. He had like 16 and a half sacks.
He was
Yo,
tough.
Angie, she paying that.
Eli Manning, Brett.
I agree, Angie.
Hold on.
Yeah, that was
Hold on.
right.
Angie Carr with another super chat. We gotta read them. Brett, expletive. For that, I'm a Packers fan. It's more so that we brought the dream Prime proposed, a reality, even if it was misguided, where a JSU could move up a conference and contend for a chip. I think that's what we all wanted for it to be that. But at the end of the day, for that to be the goal, everybody has to be all in on that goal. And if everybody's not all in
and
that
the
goal,
HBCUs as a whole, they're not. Like you
not.
gotta understand. Like
not.
it's not. If it was up to Deion, I guarantee you, he would have.
That would be the plan. Yeah, that would have been the plan.
He would have rather do this at Jackson State. But if they're not going to do the money behind it, they're not going to support team. Not just his team, but the whole conference behind it. Like there's really not much you can do at that point. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping at all. Like I think him going, like I would have done it too if I'm trying to give y'all my all. And like let's keep it a buck. You can say whatever we want about HBCUs, and I don't want to be disrespectful. But how much were people really paying attention before he got there?
Not a lot.
Exactly.
Not much.
And then he got there, and not only did he get there, he got there with what? The number one recruit, ESPN number one, like made a big splash, and it was like, oh, okay, let me start tuning in.
And it was on signing day, the day of signing day, bro.
Exactly. So it's like,
can we ask y'all? Can I since we got a big crowd now, we got a whole crowd, so I want to hear everybody's opinion. If Lamar doesn't play another down for the Baltimore Ravens, what team in the NFL do you want to see him in?
For me, I want him in Miami, but they keeping Tua. Cause I think that's the perfect.
Well, it's just a fifth-year option. They could easily hop off of that.
I mean, I'm about to say, I ain't gonna lie, Ben. It's just I was literally about to say that, Ben. It's just a fifth year. You could really move off that
for real,
easy.
bro. Any team with weapons, bro. Even though I hate the Cowboys, say if Lamar ever did, like they just say, forget that.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see it. But hey,
you
just saying though.
I mean, he can still come to NOLA and be black and gold.
No.
Why not?
I ain't gonna lie, G baby. Until the Saints realize that at some point in the franchise's history, you just have to blow it up. Until you realizes that, I won't go nothing. Y'all are stuck in a time machine, bro. Y'all are like stuck in like y'all past, but like look into y'all future and y'all just don't.
Okay, so are you talking about Lamar to win, or are you talking about Lamar for his future? Because I'm looking at it. Because if you talk about future, yeah, don't go to the Saints because after them first 3 years, you probably gonna end up losing a couple of your offensive weapons. The defense not gonna be the same because you're right. Eventually, they got to rebuild. But if you're talking about just winning, and at least especially in the first 5 years,
49ers.
We know Mickey Loomis is the cat master.
49ers.
The 49ers are the best option. The 49ers are the best option.
No.
If they go to 49ers, y'all know if you go to 49ers,
that's a dynasty.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. 4 chips in 10 years. 4 chips.
Yo, you gotta imagine a
keep him away from
backfield
the
with
NFC
Lamar
West.
Jackson.
Keep him away.
Lamar Jackson and
CMC.
Oh my God, CMC
with that defense. Well, actually, you know what?
Option.
You know what?
I'm about to grow up thinking about it.
Can I play devil's advocate?
It's unblockable. PSP be unblockable.
Can I play devil's advocate?
I would like to see Lamar in ATL.
No,
I said the same thing. No. I said the same thing.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
I don't.
He's not elevating them at all.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. It's Atlanta. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that organization.
He can break the barrier.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, bro. With who?
You're wanting Lamar to go to Atlanta to break the barrier when he can literally go to like 5 other teams, and all he got to do is just
be
better than Jimmy G. He better than Tua. Like that's all he got. He ain't even got to do much. The only reason I want to play devil's advocate with the Niners.
He would be
is
great.
Because they're probably if they do get Lamar, they're winning the Super Bowl. Like I think they'll win year one.
Yeah, they are.
But
I think
they're definitely going to lose a couple of them defensive pieces because they can't pay everybody. And if Lamar wants Deshaun Watson money, and that's what they give him to keep him for 5 years.
They say he don't want Deshaun Watson money. They say he never ever asked the Ravens for that money though.
I think he wants, but I do think he wants like more than
$200 million.
He definitely wants more than Daniel Jones. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, wait. Hey, Daniel Jones deserves that money. Stop it. I'm tired of hearing that too.
41 million.
Daniel Jones has the best agent.
Hold on, time out, Junebug. I ain't gonna lie, Junebug. You gotta stop drinking,
bro. Not tonight.
Hey, he played like he played just not last year, if not better.
You think he played as a top 10 quarterback?
Yo, you talking like a top 10 quarterback? Danny Dimes, Junebug. Danny Dimes has showed you enough to pay him $40 million a year.
Yes. Name one receiver on the Giants, JRob.
Hold on, Junebug. Before we ether you, before we either of you. I gotta say one other thing. You know where I want to see Lamar? I want to see him with Big Meech and him in Detroit, man. I think him with his white with the buffs on. Because I ain't gonna lie, right now to me, Deion, Detroit, they look like they're trying to win tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, they're not winning with Jared Goff, so if they did.
So you bring in Lamar, you slide Lamar with that offense.
But Jared Goff is showing you he can at least get you there.
But he
at least get you there.
Lamar gonna go crazy.
Better than Derek Carr and Jimmy G.
You're right, he is. That's what I'm saying. If he can show you he can at least get there, imagine with Lamar.
Yo, Junebug, don't ever Junebug to
just
that's
to you,
nasty
bro. To even bring that up.
You should never. I don't understand how you could justify a quarterback throwing 15 touchdown passes, giving him $40 million.
Bro, tell me 3 receivers he had last year.
Like G baby.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. He had no.
That's a nasty context, man. Too.
That's a nasty context.
That's not a context, man. That's not a context, man. That's not a context.
But I'm with you on this,
G-Baby. Am I bending context right now?
You kind of are, but I'm with it because I'm not giving him no 40 mil.
I'm not giving him no 40 mil. In the market we have
15 touchdown passes.
Look,
tell me Gino got 30 mil.
Hey, Gino got 30 mil. Dale should have got.
Yo, Gino,
that deal was just right.
If Gino got 30, he really deserves 50. God damn it!
Stop.
If you didn't,
stop.
Hey,
who's more? So you telling me? Danny Dimes had the year.
Danny Dimes had DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. He had 30 touchdowns. I guarantee you he had a 30 touchdowns. I guarantee it.
Hey,
I guarantee it.
Stop running at the same time.
I guarantee it.
I love Danny Dimes'
got Lamar
abilities. I love his physical abilities. I ain't seen a white boy in the NFL history with legs like Danny Dimes.
Exactly.
I mean, I ain't gonna trip over himself.
Yeah,
but he ain't gonna do nothing. But he happened one time, G baby.
If Gino got 30 touchdowns, why can't he?
Why can't Danny?
What you mean?
I happened one time.
Hey, listen. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, Trent. Next year for y'all is gonna be a great year, or I'm gonna just start calling.
Bro, if he's dirt, bro, if he's
Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes is stealing. Danny Dimes has stole more money than Gilbert Arenas.
If he's dirt next year, get at me. I don't care.
JRob, we're going to lead in our conference next year. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. The Eagles losing everybody. The Eagles ain't going to have everybody that they had last year. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried about them.
Yo, speaking of that.
Look.
Cowboys still got Dak.
Hold up.
Yo, Trent, tonight. It's happening tonight.
Because
let Dill cook. What's good, bro?
You're right. They lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's going to hurt them. They lost T.J. Edwards. They're replacing him with Nakobe Dean. They brought back Fletcher Cox on a hometown discount. And Jordan Davis about to be a year or two. They got Slay back. And did Bradbury come back or did they get rid of him?
He came back.
So they brought back their cornerback duo. They still got a nice secondary. They're fine. They kept their old linemen. They're good. They're fine. You guys are not going to be better than the Eagles.
Wait, no.
I'm not moving. So you can be better than the Cowboys, though. You can be better than the Cowboys.
They're not better than the Cowboys. They're not better.
First of all,
Cowboys
always going to be better.
The Cowboys will always be better.
They still got that, bro. We're always going to be better.
Yo, I'm not going to lie, bro. The Giants next year are the third best team in the foot conference. The only thing that makes them better. Hold on, Trent. The only thing that makes them great is that you have the second best coach.
Hey, but JRob,
who's better than?
We can be the third best.
Sirianni.
It can happen again. JRob, it can happen again. 3 teams can make it out the playoffs.
First of all, we're going to be at least we're going to be the second
Commanders.
I don't think 3 teams can't make it, though. But the Commanders.
I'm not believing in Dallas.
Guys, don't mention Commanders.
Commanders will be bad. Let's not do
They
that.
won one playoff game in 15 years, JRob. Stop it. They haven't won an away playoff game.
Okay, what does that tell you about? Makes you feel like your Giants? I'm not gonna lie, Trent, and this is how people get disappointed, bro, when they have these ridiculous expectations.
That's him.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why.
That's him. I'm telling you, that ain't me.
No, I know, but I'm talking to you because you're a fan of this team, bro.
Yeah, I feel like G-Baby, how you feel about Mookie?
He's bugging right now.
Okay. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
First of all, Dable is on fire. He came in the game changing the Giants. I
won't disagree with that. Yes,
he's more than Daniel Jones. From this year to last year, bro, the rushing yards went up crazy, bro. We're not even gonna talk about that, bro. Went over like 500 points. We're gonna let that slide. Then we got to talk about the people that we bringing in. Of course, we're gonna need some more receivers. But if what's his name, Warren, our tight end that we just signed,
that fraud.
He's the second best tight end.
Chill out, G baby.
What you say?
Healthy. He's the second best tight end over Kelsey.
God.
Oh my God.
First of
all, y'all are going to see this year, bro. Y'all are going to see this year.
You are bugging.
Darren Waller, when healthy, is the second best tight
end.
The
second best tight end in the game.
That's the best tight end tonight.
Wait.
You think he's better than George Kittle?
Wait, hold on. Now I feel what G Baby's pain was when he has Mookie right next to him when we talking about the old team. You're going to sit up here and tell me Darren Waller is better than George Kittle?
No. Is he even better than Mark Andrews?
It's not even better than TJ Hawkins.
I'm taking him over George Kittle.
He clears TJ Hawkins.
Don't
do the TJ Hawkins. It's annoying.
You don't clear him, but he's better.
Let me stop.
Y'all let George Kittle be hurt every damn year, and it's all good.
He played 14 games.
He played 14
games. This year. Do we play 14 games every season?
Are you serious? How many games did Darren Waller play?
I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not.
No. Waller has been hurt. That's what I said.
I'm just saying. I don't want to start saying Waller's not him because he ain't playing.
No, he's him.
Exactly. He is him.
He's just not better than George Kittle.
He's not. He's top 5.
He's better than George Kittle.
Wait.
I'm taking him over Mark Andrews. I don't care.
Hold up. JRob. In his career, George Kittle, he's played 15 games, 16 games, 14. Played 8, then played 14 and 15. What are we talking about, JRob?
Okay, but I'm just saying he missed a year we ain't talking about. That's all I'm saying.
Because he's been healthy ever since.
Bro,
can you tell me does Waller miss a lot of games? G Baby, give me the number.
Hey, I got you.
He did.
6, 12, 4, 16, 16, 11.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
God damn it, Darren. God damn it, Darren. But no, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still jacking him though.
No, but Waller top 5.
Eye test tells me Darren Waller is just a better talent.
I was just calling him the best not too long ago. This is crazy.
I like Darren Waller.
Number 2. 2020, y'all had Darren Waller number 2, bro.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Top 5.
Oh, G Baby, look who's here. Look in the comments. Yo, you been gone, my boy. Eagles Nation. Where you been at?
Oh, he came up on Monday. He showed some love on Monday. He's like, I've been busy at work and stuff.
Nah, I don't know why you talking about some weed. No, I haven't had Darren Waller top 2 since 2019. No. Yeah, because
was he even top 2 in 2019?
Wait, no, I'm bugging. He was top 3. He's always been top 3. He's never been better than George Kittle or Travis Kelce. Never.
Nah, never.
Not even close.
But can I
agree? He's even better than Mark Andrews is my question.
Now Mark Andrews.
Can we ask this though? Okay, he may not be ranked, maybe not rank him ahead of him. But in terms of just physical ability, bro, he got ability.
Can I ask a legit question? He's a great tight end. We're not arguing that. But the question with Waller has been durability. But
he's a top 3 talent, bro. At the position.
Wait, J-Rob, I want to ask this question.
Are you going to diminish Lamar?
Is he a better physical talent than Kyle Pitts?
No.
No,
he's not.
He's not.
I hate agreeing with you, baby, man. Look at that.
But I ain't gonna lie, G baby. I didn't even think about him. Facts. He's not.
Bro, I wouldn't go that far.
Kyle Pitts is the number 1 talent, bro.
Y'all really being nasty. I'm gonna just let y'all know y'all really being nasty, bro, because other NFL players, how they describe Darren Waller, y'all being disgusting, bro. Like, first off, they say the nigga is like really like tall,
Darren Waller is like that.
Like he's a machine, bro. It's like I ain't got nothing wrong with him being top 5, but I'm just saying, like, when you talking about athletically, you start saying Kyle Pitts. I don't know. Like catching the ball, I'll give you that. That's a skill, but
running routes,
specimen. You talking about skills? We talking about being an athletic specimen, man. Darren Waller.
Darren Waller, bro. Yes.
bro, when we talk about prospects, especially like coming out of college, he's
the
greatest tight end college prospect.
Tony Gonzalez. I'm telling you, he's gonna go stupid.
I mean, y'all got Justin Herbert over Joe Burrow because he's a better prospect.
Who, JRob, you keep saying that.
You keep saying
other
that.
than Ben, who has Justin Herbert over Joe Burrow?
Y'all be putting Herbert over
Nobody has of them.
G baby, I'm just so happy I was right about that, bro. About Cuz being better. And he just proved me.
No, but you said he clears. That's crazy.
Yeah, the clears part is
clears.
Nah, it ain't crazy now.
It's still crazy.
I even told you Burrow top 3. I told you
it's still crazy. But
you know who
not top 3?
Look, let Daniel Jones get some actual.
Wait, Junebug, catch your question.
Yo, you blowing me.
Junebug.
Is he gonna be better than Kirk Cousins?
No, wait, Junebug, answer this question.
Did he beat Kirk Cousins? Or am I?
Oh my god!
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Didn't he beat?
Hey, let me know. Hey, so Jared Goff beat Aaron Rodgers. Is Jared Goff better than Aaron Rodgers now?
No.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is overrated.
Junebug, can you answer the question for me? Is Daniel Jones a top 10 quarterback in football right now?
Top 10 is a stretch, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, look. He has $40 million a year, isn't it? Everybody else has, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't had, but look at the ability that he has, though. The strength that he has, his feet that he has, like he out there running like Lamar. Nobody's talking about it because
why are you dragging it right now?
You are dragging. You're out tonight. You're out tonight.
He could tell Lamar,
it's been real.
Daniel Jones.
I gotta kick you from
Lamar
the studio.
Daniel Jones is so many quarterbacks that run better than him. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Yo, we got. Hold on, wait, time out, G baby. Ain't that many quarterbacks that run better?
No, but he talking about Lamar. Like, you got to get to I'm taking Josh Allen running over him. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. Like, you got to get to a couple of these dudes before you get to Lamar. Like,
yeah, bro.
I got to pick a band with you, GB. Oh, so JRob, because I don't know if you saw yesterday's show or whatever, but so me and G-Baby we said, like, hypothetically, say Derrick Henry got traded to the Eagles. Wouldn't that not be crazy?
Oh my god.
For what?
No, I'm saying though, for they run for the whole offense, would that not be crazy if Derrick Henry went to the Eagles?
Insane.
I mean, him and Hurts.
It'll be insane, but I mean, I don't want to see it happen.
JRob, would you like to know what I said with that? Because I don't know if you watched yesterday. All I said was the type of back that Derrick Henry is, you would have to adjust the offense. And the way they would adjust that offense is not to Jalen Hurts' strength. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts. Exactly. And that's not Jalen Hurts' strength. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is an RPO dependent kind of guy, but his bread and butter, his strength is based off the RPO. Derrick Henry, for his whole career, has never been an RPO kind of back. He is an I formation, downhill, inside zone stretch guy.
Bad Mike.
Well, that's why you would prefer Derrick Henry with the Titans as opposed to the Eagles.
But y'all generally don't think that Derrick Henry can be.
He will get 1,300.
No, he can. No, I'm saying real quick. Not that. You don't think he can just easily fit into do a RPO? It's not hard to run an RPO.
Yeah,
but you're getting. If this was Derrick Henry in his prime before the injury,
he's still in his prime.
I'm
saying Derrick Henry's not his prime still.
Physically, he is not the same, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. We know that injury played part, and he's a year older.
Just ran for 1,600.
Okay. You can say he's at the end of his prime, sure, but we're not gonna act like this is the same Derrick Henry from 2-3 years ago because it's not.
But it's still,
are you crazy? So I gotta run for 2,300 yards every year.
I'm not saying, that's not what I said. All I'm saying, because Trent, I feel like you're trying to argue with me just to argue. I said it would still be crazy. I said he would still be effective in that offense. It would still be crazy. But they would have to adjust all I said was they would have to adjust the offense in a way to where it's not. Oh, there's an echo. But they would have to adjust the offense in a way that, unfortunately, is not to Jalen Hurts' strength. I didn't say they couldn't do it. I didn't say that offense still wouldn't be effective. But that's not Jalen Hurts' strength. That's all I'm saying.
So, J Baby, where would you see Derrick Henry go to?
Can take a handoff from the side as opposed to an I formation Clearly, I'm not saying he can't do it, but that's not Jalen Hurts' strength. Jalen Hurts is not a under center I formation type quarterback. He's not. It is.
Yeah, I do think every
that,
that's a fact. You don't have to, but I do think players are schematic, bro. Like certain players of all sizes, players in football come of all shapes, sizes, even quarterback, every position. And I do think for the way the Eagles run their offense,
but where would you see Derrick Henry best utilized though? Dallas,
where he is.
Yeah, Dallas. Honestly.
I could see him in Dallas. I could definitely see him in Dallas because I do think with the way they run offense, I mean the Packers, the way they run their offense, he would fit in there. There's teams that Derrick Henry would fit in, but if I'm the Eagles, I wouldn't look at him as a guy. If I'm the Eagles, I'm going to try to get Bijan Robinson or Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, you would try to get the younger running backs because I agree.
But I think it's Bijan. I think if I'm the Eagles, you have what they have like the 10th pick draft.
Yeah, we probably take him.
You have pick number 10, a bunch of talent, a bunch of players that are going to be. You got a linebacker. You're going to bring in an edge.
Jalen Carter.
I'm not going to lie. I was turned off by. I watched that pro day.
Bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, it won't good. It won't good.
I'm not gonna lie, Trent. Trent, don't come on me. Trent,
if you about combines and pro days.
Trent, hold on. Trent, at the end of the day, if I hire you at a job and you come in to do a job interview, you want to go to work at a company, and I hire you for a job interview, and I already know I want to hire you because you have all these intangibles. But you show up at the job interview with your shirt half out, your shit wrinkled, your collar open. You smell like liquor. You smell like liquor from the night before. You went to the bar.
All right, I got
a job interview. I got to tag Batman, bro.
Let me say this. Now, really. So let me say this, JRob.
Y'all tweaking if y'all don't understand.
I feel you right there. I feel you right there.
Come on, man. You know it is a job interview. How many kids who have not gotten to the NFL? Juwann Winfree, who is on this platform, does not go and get drafted in the 6th round of the NFL if Juwann does not go to a
for him, JRob, for Jalen Carter. That's not that big of a job interview. That's what
he doesn't. He comes out of shape.
This is Jalen Carter.
No.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's not a good look.
JRob,
we saw Laramie Tunsil fall in the draft because of. Granted, it wasn't like.
And look at Laramie Tunsil now.
What?
That's not the same.
No, but I'm saying because JRob just said JRob didn't say don't draft him. JRob literally was just like, I didn't really like what I saw. I didn't really like that.
He's just saying he has some concerns.
Now he's probably gonna
drop. Thank you, PSP. Thank you. What the PSP just said, I have concerns now. Why would I not, bro?
I think it's because of what he's going through, that off the field situation is gotten to his head.
I agree.
All right.
But here's the thing, though. He went from like a top 3, top 5 projected, and now he might fall to the Eagles. And if they get him, bro,
he's not getting past 10. He's not getting past 10.
I don't think he. I don't know if he'll get to 10. I don't know if he gets to 10.
He won't. What's the Lions pick?
But I do think the way he decided to come out there,
and Chicago has that 9th pick.
I think the way he decided to come out there, fellas, that wasn't great. That just was not a great look. I'm not denying his talent or ability. Somebody's going to draft him because Bama. You and I both know how the hell did Antonio Brown last in the NFL so long? When your talent outweighs your personality, they're going to let you rock all the time.
And I think it's also concerning, though, because in the pro day, it's scripted. You're supposed to perform well. You're supposed to do well in the pro day. The fact that he was out of shape and performed the way that he did in the pro day does cause the pause, though, to some extent.
Go ahead, Trayvon. Wait, hold on.
He was also going through. He's stressing. He going through his own.
No, that's what I said. That thing he's going through, that's in his head.
So that already affected him. Like, I gotta. He probably not even working out really right now, trying to figure out all this shit was going on with his own little situation.
Okay.
But also, as I was trying to say, is the pro day more important, or what did he show you on film is more important?
All the pro day does. No, I don't disagree with that. All the pro day does is confirm your tape. If you think a guy may be a little slow on tape, you want to see him run a 40, you want a 4.3, less concerns. All the pro day does is confirm things you need to know. Trayvon, that is not my concern with him. My concern is, are you going to be a weight concern? Is it going to be problems now? I got to worry about you coming out of shape. And Trent, don't act like this has not been a problem.
JRob.
Oh, I don't know.
Why is Kelvin?
I don't understand where JRob is coming from.
Why is Kelvin Benjamin not in the league anymore?
He gained 20 plus pounds.
Why isn't Eddie Lacy? Why does Eddie Lacy?
He gained 20 plus pounds.
Jamarcus Russell.
Bro, and that's been my point. Is that, bro? At the end of the day, I'm not saying he's going to be that guy, but it does cause me to raise an eyebrow, bro. Why shouldn't it?
And then also too, like if
Brandon,
like,
Trent, hold on, G baby. Wait, G baby, before you finish your point, Trent, Brandon Miller out here balling out of control at Alabama in a March Madness tournament, and he got one of the craziest situations in sports, and he's balling out of his mind, giving out
top 10.
And that's my point. He ain't out there dogging it. The pressure. The fact of the matter is, he's probably going number 2 overall. Because of the fact,
but look,
he's rolling with
Jalen Carter still. Jalen Carter can still potentially go top 5.
Hey, y'all, check me out.
J-Baby, go ahead to your point. Go ahead to your point, JB.
Yeah, wait, G-Baby. Yeah, let G-Baby get your point.
No, all I was gonna say was like all I wanted to highlight. Like, yes, he's going through something. You're absolutely right. He's going through some stuff. You know, you can't control everything. He's in a tough situation. To play devil's advocate, though, one of the concerns I would look at is like, okay, first off, you're in this situation, whether it was your fault or not. The fact that you're in the situation is automatically a concern. My second thing to that is that now you're letting this situation affect you to where if we, in literal terms, if we hire you to our team and sign you to a contract and you get in another situation, are you going to let that situation affect you again to where now your performance is being is not the same during the season or whatever the case?
That's my point.
Those are valid concerns to have. If he's showing up overweight, I didn't watch the pro day. I was too busy. But if he's showing up overweight and not looking the same and all that, and we're going to use the situation that he's going through, well, then I'm like, well, look, you're a great player. I know what you did on tape. But if I hire you and pay you all this money, if you get in another situation, are you gonna look like this again? Are you gonna not work out as hard? Are you gonna not keep your mind on football and all that and just let what happens happen?
And that's
are you gonna let it affect you to where your performance goes down?
That's a great point. If he's this way before the money, what do you think he's going to be once you give him the money? Money don't change you; makes you more than what you already are.
And
so if you give a person money, he's going to be emboldened. So, I mean, I get you a great college football player. I understand your film, your production, but it does give me cause to pause. So that's all we got to say about that, though.
I feel like y'all looking at it from a crazy angle. So the angle I'm looking at it as, you bought a Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller is out there playing the game. So pretty much if Jalen Carter had a game to go play in, he would be okay, because didn't it like happen like somewhere one of them nights? So I don't know, I ain't sure, but it happened one of them nights. So if he able to play a game, it's gonna happen. Also, the combine is more so for those guys that might be 3rd or 4th rounders. Pretty much those top 10 dudes, they solidified. They might can use the combine to raise up a few slots or not. But if you're a 1st round pick, you're a 1st round pick. So that combine really don't mean nothing for them boys. Like let's just be honest. The combine really is really for those dudes that, hey man, a rumor might he's slow, so he go out there, he run a 4.5. All right, I'm not slow. Cool, that might raise him. Now you getting drafted in the 6th round where you wouldn't have got drafted. Jalen Carter is all those fat. Come on, JRob, you know this. All them fat boys do that in the off season. All them fat boys do that in the off season.
Bama, I'm not gonna lie. That's not what I'm saying, bro. This has nothing to do with this guy's ability to play his position. I think it is clear as day what he is as a talent. But this is bigger than that, bro. It's just about impressions, bro. You making impressions. I don't think that was a great impression.
Bro, don't know if you're finna go to jail or not.
I'm not.
It's a lot of free time.
I know. I don't disagree with that, bro. I don't disagree. But Bama, at the end of the day,
first impressions are always the most important.
And the thing is, we are all of us in here are all human. We all gotta go to work. We all gotta do these things, bro. And at the end of the day, you can't go to your job drunk, bro. You can't go to your job looking sloppy, bro. Even if your wife could cheat on you the night before, you still gotta pull your shit together. And at least when you're in front of your peers and you're at work, your place of business, you gotta represent yourself a certain way.
But this
people can't always know what you're going through. I hate to say that because
it's a football team. It's a football team, not a real job though. Them boys gladiators. Man.
No, but they treat the NFL like a business. You hear players talk all the time. Yeah, it's still a business. It's still a business.
You gotta act accordingly. At the end of the day, you just gotta learn how to compartmentalize.
And then also too, and this is gonna sound real cold hearted, but it needs to be said. Like JRob. So according to you, you said he showed up out of shape.
Bro, he did. He literally did. He was overweight. Yeah.
Okay.
They say he gained
last
like
time I
9 pounds
checked,
or so.
the man wasn't behind bars at the very least for more than a night or 2 nights, right? He was out, or he might have got arrested. I'm not sure, but he could still go to a gym. He could still work out even in the midst of all this, right?
Right.
So what kept him from doing his usual routine? Yeah, he might have had to go talk to some lawyers a couple times for sure. He might have had to go talk to some lawyers. He might have had to go. He might have had to go meet with some legal counsel to best handle the situation. Maybe meet with a PR team.
What nonsense?
But what's stopping him? What's stopping him from still working out and keeping that weight off?
What nonsense is G-Baby talking about?
No, we're talking about
Jalen Carter.
Well, we're talking about Jalen Carter, and apparently at his pro day, he showed up out of shape and overweight and stuff. And we're talking about the situation he's going through and stuff. Me and JRob, but I'm more so speaking like my mindset is you could be going through some stuff. You could be going through some stuff, and I'm not trying to take away from that. But at the end of the day, this NFL of a team's looking at you. This all started because we said we kind of have some concerns now. Because at the end of the day, the NFL looks at this like a business. And as a business, if I see somebody, hey, you might be going through some stuff, and I'll be empathetic towards that. But if I decide to draft you, if you go through something again while you're under contract with me, are you going to show up during the season looking overweight and out of shape and all that because you're going through something? Like, I can't, that can't happen.
I'm going to bring up a whole different situation. It's going to be nasty. Oh, well, I'm not going to hold you. If Joe Mixon was cool the way how what's his name, after he knocked that girl out and was still cool playing in the NFL, and he still got all them concerns, I'm not really worried about Jalen Carter with this situation.
So Jalen Carter is about what? Is it just what he did at the combine?
He did at the Dub. So
he showed up 9 pounds overweight.
He showed up 9 pounds overweight, and he did bad at the pro day.
He was out of shape.
But Dub, realistically, he's a top 3 prospect coming out the draft.
Those guys don't give a damn. I'm not.
You're right. No,
they don't care.
And so, Dub, and so what you missed is me and JRob understand. He'll probably still go top 10.
Yeah, nobody said he wasn't.
All he said was, I have some concerns now that I didn't have before that. That's all.
And all I'm going to tell you, you're
not just dragging it though.
No, I'm not. It's not. We're not dragging it. I think every team. Bro, I'm not going to. I don't think any of us are dragging it because nobody said like he's not going to get out of the top 10 or.
No, he's going to be a top 10 pick. Some teams would be foolish not to.
All I'm saying, they would be fools not to draft. But all I'm saying is, look, if I got 2 guys I'm really, really high on in the draft, and I got Jalen Carter and somebody else, they my top 2. I might lean the other way because of that pro day, just because this other one justified something that I needed to see, or Jalen Carter just didn't put his best foot forward in terms of his pro day. That's just what I'm saying. Because all I'm saying, it's not just me, bro. That is that is everywhere, bro. That is in life, sports, anywhere. You don't think scouts and evaluators and GMs, because at a Georgia pro day, Georgia is going to have all 32 teams, scouts, executive, GMs, everybody was at that pro day. If y'all would, in reality, do not believe that people came away a little discouraged by the way Jalen Carter performed on that specific day, not about him as an entire player, but on that day, you're lying to yourself, bro.
No, I'm not saying you gotta understand though. You gotta understand though. At the end of the day, there's different standards for different people. So maybe those standards. Maybe those standards can apply to somebody. Let's say later in the first in the draft or not as talented, but a guy who's gonna be like a top 5, top 10 pick. They don't care.
I think if you're doing that, I'm not
going to lie, but the way players in the NFL.
That's how you get I mean, this is gonna be so Trey, if we keep in the spirit of being really nasty, just because you projected to be a top 5, top 10 pick, if you're gonna let stuff slide, that's how you might get what's old boy the story where he had the playbook? Was that where he had the playbook? They asked him about it. If he read it,
you want Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah. If that's where you get different. No. You guys are missing my point. It is nasty. Don't get me wrong. It's very nasty.
You're crazy.
No. I said no. You're right. No. You're right. I did say this was going to be nasty. But listen to the overall point. If we were like, oh, well, Jamarcus Russell, he's clearly a top 5 pick or top 10 pick anyway.
He went number 1. He went number 1.
Okay, so even though he's a first overall pick, hey, we know Jamarcus Russell finna be a first overall pick. So even though he clearly didn't read the playbook and lied to us, yeah, we're gonna let it slide because that's the number.
But no. But the thing is though, that happened when after he got drafted. That literally happened when he was already on the team. He had no character issues coming out of LSU.
So the same thing y'all got mad at Deion Sanders for. You remember when he was like, "Oh, I want my quarterbacks to come from 2-parent homes," and then they asked him about defensive linemen. He was like, "Yeah, I want them with a little bit of trouble." All of that. That's why the NFL don't give a fuck about Jalen Carter right there. That blueprint Coach Deion gave her. You remember he was like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that." He just gave you the recruiting blueprint. When they recruit these positions, these are the exact things they look for. So your defensive players, they don't care. They don't care. He's gonna play.
UMS could not play for me.
He went through
not play for me.
He went through the human element of, man, I might go to jail because 2 people dead. That's the only thing he went through.
So JRob, would you have drafted Joe Mixon?
No.
After punching somebody, they probably would.
I'm not. To be honest, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. That video was kind of crazy, though.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Shout out to Nick. This is. I'm gonna quote one of Bama's. I'm gonna quote Bama's dog, Nick Saban.
Oh my goodness.
There's no wrong place, wrong time. There's none of that. Joe Mixon. At the end of the day, you know there's no world you cannot punch that girl in the face, bro. In no world you can, bro.
Oh my God.
But JRob, let me ask you: if you were NFL GM, would you draft Jalen Carter?
Bob has to choke. There's no way.
But at the end of the day, bro, it's at the end of the day whether you felt like she shouldn't have put her hands on him first, regardless.
You're gonna always be
who's in jeopardy. Yeah, like who's in jeopardy? You. It ain't at the end of the day, whatever you feel, you're in jeopardy.
Ain't reckless, Bob.
So JRob, let me ask you this question.
My grandmama whooping on my granddaddy. Y'all niggas.
Oh my God.
Would I draft Jalen Carter?
Yeah, that's the question I wanted to ask you.
It would his interview would have to have moved me because I'm not going to front. If I was caught up at the end of the day, I'm picking in the top 5, then I know I got a slew of talent that I'm certainly looking through at that position, and some of the best. So if I see or find somebody that I feel like is a little bit more, I might go there, bro. I'm just be honest.
Like if I'm top 5, I might look at Will Anderson a little more.
Though. It's a talent like that. Just so.
I would take.
I feel like JRob's the type of person he would set up his own investigation team, do some due diligence on Jalen Carter.
I think you guys.
Time out. You understand what I'm gonna tell you? Where y'all pissing me off. And this is where I feel like our generation we overcomplicate some of the dumbest shit in the world. You are telling me I'm about to put up a CIA investigation because I want a motherfucker to come on time and look like you ready to be there? Like, are you kidding me? You mad at me because I want you to look like you're supposed to be at work?
But he's
not at work though. It was a pro day.
I think you're doing.
It's an interview, man.
I want you to look decent at your interview. I would never tell my kid, please don't come to your interview as you are. This ain't church.
Yeah.
This is not church. This is gym. This is the NFL, bro.
Oh my God.
But JRob,
you come dressed to impress.
I think you're making things way more complicated than it is, right? The NFL numerous times, what do they value more than anything? Talent. They do. That's
And
how they do.
And numerous times in the NFL, just as many guys that we said we're going to care about their talent and only their talent, they were overweight, flamed out, did all the dumb shit that they were doing in college, and they doing the shit again in the NFL. I give you, what's the guy's name? Arnett.
But they still drafted them. They still drafted them.
And
look how it turned out.
Look how it turns out.
I don't think y'all think Jalen Carter's in that tier now?
And I don't even think
Jalen Carter's in that tier now.
Like, I don't think
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you have a history of people who have been that, bro.
Okay,
so it's okay for it to be
if a guy just did it one time,
if you're Dub, if you're drafting, so especially somebody in the top 5,
you are investing millions of dollars into somebody, bro.
I'm trying to have this dude for the long term.
They do get invested.
And if I feel like I can't trust
you, gotta understand, you're investing $1 million into something, bro.
I'm not gonna draft you.
Trent, I'm about to give you. I'm about to give you $10 million.
If they show you,
to your point about doing your due diligence and doing the interview,
if they show you, like, if they only show you this one time, bro, they only show you this like one time. Why are they tripping? I don't know this guy like that. But is there a history? Is there a history of Jalen Carter doing this?
Because
why are we tripping about this?
I think you guys are more than. I think you guys more than anything are dragging, because they were asking this whole thing stemmed from who should the Eagles take at that spot, Dub, and I think y'all should take Bijan Robinson, because I think y'all have so many. I think y'all have so much other talent everywhere else. I think you guys have the luxury to kind of pick whatever you want, and if Bijan Robinson is there, that is the type of talent. Yeah, if you have a talent, if you can get a talent like that, you go get him. And they asked about Jalen Carter.
You got 2 draft picks?
Yeah.
The next one is in the later rounds, though.
And all I was just saying was, if I had to pick at there, I would have to consider what.
But you said he got to move you. He got to move you. In order for you to consider drafting him, he would have to move you after that pro day.
Because I don't think it's wrong. If I'm the Eagles or if I'm the Bears
I might take Nolan Smith over him.
But I'm just saying, if you're the Eagles at 9, I mean, if you're the Bears at 9,
don't even make that face,
6, right? If you're one of these,
don't even make that face, bro.
If old boy gets arrested, I don't think it's wrong. Where it's like, all right, like obviously, I'm very much a believer innocent till proven guilty. I think a lot of the times, a lot of people look at it as guilty till proven innocent.
I agree.
I think that's wrong. It should be innocent till proven guilty. However, I'm still going to make sure, because let's be real. We know this justice system ain't perfect. You might get off. You might get away with it. But if I start to really deep dive and I see a trend of you kind of being in these situations a little too much, but it's just this is the one time you got actually in trouble for it, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna be like, I don't know. So I think you should. Well, that's what I'm saying, because he brought up doing due diligence. I know he made it as a joke, like with the CIA and stuff.
No,
I think you should do your due diligence.
But they do that already, though.
Yeah, but I think you should do your due diligence. Yo, that's fine if they did it. I'm saying
because
the
main thing for me,
the second any team heard Jalen Carter gets arrested, immediately
what did he get arrested?
He got so I forgot. Okay, so his teammate,
the teammate, the trainer, and the teammate, they died, and they said he was a part of a little race that was going on because they wrecked and died. The offensive lineman and the trainer girl
for Georgia for school
at Georgia after the championship game, and they said he was the other car that they was racing when they crashed into a tree or something like that. So they trying to pin that on him. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like,
but he's sentenced. He's on probation. He was fined $1,000. He's sentenced to 12 months probation and 50 hours of community service.
That's what I'm saying.
And
bro. So
completion of a state-approved offense.
It's easy to talk about it, like, because you ain't got no murder pending on your hands. But I'm just thinking about if you had a murder pending on your hands, bro. I bet he feeling weird, bro. Like he don't know what's finna happen. So to be like, oh yeah, bro, just go up there and work out. Like, are you serious, bro? Like,
I'm not
gonna lie. The 9 pounds, overweight.
9 pounds, I'm not worried about it at all.
Wanna know why?
You know, by him looking at his shape and not performing well, should raise concerns.
Your body fluctuates so much within like a week span, even in a 24-hour span. You showing up 9 pounds overweight, you could lose that like easily.
Okay, but Dub, it's not just that he was 9 pounds overweight; it's that he looked out of shape. You can gain 9 pounds and still be in shape.
Yeah, I'm saying if
you can gain 9 pounds and still be in shape. It happens to me.
Yo, Bama,
I'll gain 10 pounds and I can still go work out the same way I did 10 pounds lighter.
Bama, you dead not wrong, bro. To ask him to go up there and just perform after everything he's going through,
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
That is
crazy.
It's a tough ask, but at the end of the day, fellas, in the real world, you would all have to do that.
Everybody not gonna be Ray Lewis. Everybody.
It's not about him being. It's not about him being Ray Lewis. But Bama, anything that happens to any of us, any real world job, you have to still come to your job, your interview. You still have to figure it out in that moment. I'm not
like you
I'm
can
not,
call your boss.
I am not
and be
trying
like,
to. I'm not being insensitive to Jalen Carter. If it was that big of a deal and he felt like he could not perform at his best, maybe he should have rescheduled. I think there would have been a bunch of other states or universities that would have easily hosted Jalen Carter a week later. Let's be real. He's one of the biggest prospects in the draft. So it's not like there wasn't other options in that situation. And nobody's denying his talent or what he's possibly be. I definitely think he's a top 10 talent without question. But to sit here and act like in the world of business and sports, where there's guys that you got that have had situations and you've had to go, there's a history of some people going this way and a history of some people going that way. And in some businesses, not everybody wants to take the risk. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Carter is not a good guy, because I could probably interview him and I'd be like, this guy just made a mistake. I made a mistake as a high school, as a college kid myself. Like, I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect. So, I'm
not, but that's the point though, JRob. I've seen
but I'm not wrong for being I'm not wrong for having concerns.
I think you guys are overcomplicated because bro, I've seen numerous times.
Overcomplicated.
I've seen numerous times the NFL not care and just do whatever they think is right.
And there's been multiple times where NFL has cared because there's been multiple situations where guys have fallen out of the first round. It's gone both ways.
How many?
Bro,
he can't give you an exact number.
Let's look it up. I'll look it up. I'll just Google it.
It's happening. We're not gonna say that like people are
Tyrann Mathieu was one. I can think off the top of my head. Tyrann Mathieu,
read them
Joe
super chats. Read them
Ray Rice.
Oh yeah.
Joe
Mixon, super chat.
Greg Hardy.
Oh yeah, I got
read
it.
them super chats from your sugar mom. Hey, Angie, you seen?
No, Angie. Oh shit. Word. Hold on. Okay, Eagles Nation. East goes Cowgirls. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. East goes Cowgirls, Eagles, Giants, Wash. Cowboys address every issue except running back and quarterback. They can fix RB. Well, no, they'll be fine. Eagle Nation. We know a guy who believes it's all on. It was all Kellen Moore's fault. So he fixed running back in the draft. Dak is on the same level as every QB in the division, at least if not better, outside of Hurts.
Yo, Eagles Nation.
I just gotta leave that man alone. Eagles Nation.
Eagles Nation. I just hope you stay with me and G Baby the whole season. All right, cool. That's all I ask for you.
Stop it. Jay Cutler wasn't hurt. Been ride a bike while his team was in the trenches like a baby bag. Weenie Hut Jr. B word, green and yellow.
Yo, also, he did quit in that.
That was the rest of them. I got the rest of them.
This guy's fucking crazy.
That's tough. I mean, come on, bro. Somebody delete that dumbass shit.
I got a question.
I don't play that disrespect. No Kobe.
What y'all think about Anthony Richardson from Florida? Where y'all see him getting drafted?
I'll take.
I think he going number one.
No. I think Frank Wright is for sure getting CJ Stroud.
I hope he does, but
I'm like 100%.
Something in my heart, bro. They overthink this shit year in and year out, bro.
I don't think Frank Reich does, though. If this was Matt Rule, yeah, probably. But Frank Reich, I don't think he does.
I mean, I like CJ Stroud, honestly.
I think they traded up to get him. I think they traded.
I think CJ Stroud and Bryce are both franchise quarterbacks.
I think they 1A, 1B. If you say CJ,
I think they'll both. I think they both have great careers.
Want CJ though. I think
if he goes number one,
want CJ.
It's I just hope he don't go number one. I just don't.
Why?
You don't want to go to the Panthers?
I'm talking about Anthony Richardson. Like, because if they
might go one, bro.
Bro, if they do that, bro, and he doesn't pan out,
bro, Trent, remember when I told you early in the college football season? Remember when I told you, I don't know why, but I feel like Anthony Richardson could be a bust, and you got on me. You was like, yo, that's crazy. This is why. If he gets into a situation where he has to start right away, he's not going to be good. I don't believe in him to be good. He's not ready.
So but I will say this.
I mean,
I will say this. He does have some ability, bro.
Oh yeah, ability, for sure. Bro. He has ability. He's got the physical.
He's
talent,
good, but I think he just needs to sit and learn for a couple of years. Let him try to learn the offense as much as possible.
He should go to the Raiders.
I low-key think he should go sit behind Gino if we keep.
I was gonna say no.
That's exactly
what I was gonna say. They trade up, move up, and draft them. That's what.
Yeah, I like that. I think Anthony Richardson's gonna either end up in Carolina,
Oh
the
my
Raiders.
God, no.
Here's my thing though, but y'all be murdering Trey Lance, and brother done sat out, and what's his name? He been trying to develop it in his first year start.
I don't know what's going on over there, bro.
No, I'm saying though. Here's my thing. Look,
he's probably going to be the starter for San Francisco. Trey Lance.
People killing Trey Lance. I'm saying y'all killing Trey Lance. Y'all gonna keep the same energy Anthony Richardson if it's happening.
Absolutely, I'm gonna kill him because I know.
I'm just asking because I feel like he's not ready. Because JRob, I think that come next year, if Trey Lance is named the starter, they're gonna be just fine. They're going to win 10 plus 11 games.
I do too. Quarterback. No, I do too. Because at the end of the day, he broke his ankle, and if people would, and
that was a freak injury, bro.
And it was. And if you talk about the Chicago Bears game, bro, they were playing in a monsoon. You just trying to get out of that game alive, bro. Yeah, like they were playing in literal mud. Like it wasn't like a.
And then we want to talk about experience. They got the same amount of experience.
Yeah, like I wouldn't put too much stake into it. But I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I feel really bad for Trey Lance is he's not gonna have enough leeway.
He's going to get 3 games. He's going to get 3 games
before
Anthony Richardson will go number 1 is because they compare him to Cam. That's why.
Hey, don't do that because last time JRob did that and that nigga looked horrible since.
Hey, but hold on. Time out though. But hold on though. We talking about him possibly being the number 1 pick in the draft though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right then. That's what I said. Yeah, we can say whatever we want. He didn't play that great in college.
Mel Kiper made Zach Wilson top 3. What that mean?
Hey, Trent, my point was that he would be a top pick in the draft, and I was right about that, bro. Potentially the number 1 guy.
That's
if you go number 1.
That's at the
end of the day, at the end of the day, I was right. I said it. So whether he didn't prove me right on the field.
Talking about people being right. JRob, are you going to do something this Wednesday?
I'm not going to lie. This is not your show today. So you can.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yo, what Doug's talking about though?
Bro,
I owe Dub. I'm gonna wear it Wednesday, Dub. I got you Wednesday.
No, I was about to say because we didn't even really talk about it, man.
So I lost a bet with Dub. You remember when Trent? Do you remember when Dub was like, Tom Brady's not winning no more Super Bowls, and I was like, he's crazy.
Oh, you betted that? That's crazy.
That's crazy that you bet.
And the goal was if I would have won, he would have to wear a bonnet. But I lost, so I gotta wear a Dub is right or Dub knows all t-shirt.
Dub is always right.
Dub is always right. I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow, get a white Hanes with a little Sharpie and just, you feel me?
I keep telling people in the chat, this football and basketball shit, bro. I got the keys, man. I always do.
Y'all see Cam coming back today, leave?
See the prop, bro. We was talking about Cam. Earlier.
I rock with because Cam my guy, but he dragging it.
Listen, I love Cam too, but I just don't see it.
He's dragging it. I think he should play in the XFL.
Yes, bro. Yes. Send him to the XFL.
That's not a dig, bro. That's not even a dig.
That can't be.
That ain't.
Like,
I hope the
wait. Let me ask y'all a question though. Hold on, time out. So Butter Mayfield is the franchise quarterback of the Buccaneers now?
No. He's a bridge. He's a bridge. No. He's a bridge. Do they have a first round pick this year?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing we let before we end the show. That's the one thing we let get swept under the rug. I ain't heard nobody talk. So Butter's just.
Listen, I'm a franchise guy. I
don't think he is though. Because what pick do they have? And even if they don't have a first round pick this year, I think we all kind of think they're only gonna win like 5 games next year. They about to go get Caleb or Drake May.
Why would they only win 5 games? Who's gonna dominate that division? That division is doo-doo.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm not
gonna lie. Baker Mayfield, the best quarterback in the conference.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Baker Mayfield is better than Derek Carr.
Interesting.
Wait, hold on. Do y'all think
Baker Mayfield is better than Derek Carr?
I got a question for the whole panel. Do y'all think Baker Mayfield clears Cam Newton right now?
No, that's what I'm saying. Y'all
Can't be in the league. Can't be in the league.
I mean,
Trent just put me in a
is.
swirl, bro. That was OD because I ain't gonna lie. I feel like
Butter's been on.
Nah,
Four teams in 6
if you think
years.
Butter Mayfield better than Derek Carr,
Oh,
I don't know. You might think he better than Cam Newton, JRob.
But Derek Carr's is a bum.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
sucks.
I don't think.
G-Baby, I ain't gonna lie, but that man has proved to you more times than you can count in games.
Bro, did Mookie really made y'all change our minds about Derek Carr, bro?
Bro, come on.
I'm not gonna lie, he sucks.
I hope not.
I never.
Mookie had a hand in it. Mookie had a hand in it.
Mookie had a hand in it for sure. But I never thought
Mookie blinded y'all, bro. Could never trust a man with a headset and a microphone at the same time.
No, I don't think you understand. No, J-Rob.
So
I don't
we
think
can't
you
trust
Ben was saying
doing it right now.
But his shit not to his mouth like he about to take an order at Wendy's. You feel me?
J-Rob. No. Ben is saying this in a way of, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ben. You guys have a distaste for Derek Carr because of Mookie.
No, I never thought Derek Carr was him ever. Just when
saying Baker Mayfield better though is kind of
saying Baker Mayfield better.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
yeah.
They're the same guy.
No,
Derek, Kurt,
It's a
Jimmy,
middle.
all the same guys.
Wait, so JRob, question.
Y'all think it's a mid-off? Y'all, why do y'all
Wait,
think
no,
Baker
hold on,
Mayfield
hold on,
in the same
wait.
tier now?
JRob, so
Is it not?
say this is 2020. Say this is
Baker Mayfield in the Zach Wilson tier, bro.
Wait,
What are we doing?
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, he's
JRob,
not.
say
He's
that.
not.
Yes, he is. But say
Zach
this-
Wilson's in his own tier, bro.
Say this is
Yeah.
2020.
He's got
J-Rob,
worse
say this
numbers
is
than
2021.
Jamarcus Russell.
Say that last part.
It's J-Rob, say this is 2021. Are you saying the same thing? That Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr in the same tier?
Nah, Derek Carr is better than Baker Mayfield, but that ain't saying
Yeah,
much
he is.
to me. He is. I'm trolling. Derek Carr better than Baker Mayfield.
I ain't
But
lying.
Baker Mayfield is whack, and so is Baker Mayfield whack, and so is Derek Carr.
You can
And they
say
probably-
he whack, but
let me just say one thing.
Is.
And I know Derek Carr is probably a great person, great family. You know, I think he's probably a phenomenal person, but like, I ain't gonna lie, on the field, bro. I don't see what
I don't see it, bro.
I don't see the $100 million guy other teams are seeing, bro.
He had Devontae Adams and didn't make the playoffs.
You right. That's why, as a Saints
Right.
fan, I'm not Mookie. I am mildly optimistic.
Yeah.
I just hope the Lions go get Lamar. I want Lamar, and I
That'll
want
be
Lamar
nice.
in the
Oh
D.
my god. That'll be
That would be nice.
That
I
fan
want
base
Lamar in
would
the
be
D.
electric.
Mhm.
I mean, Rodgers ain't there, so why not?
Rodgers. I hope.
Rodgers is a Jet, bro.
I just really hope at some point Joe Douglas would just think like, damn, maybe I really shouldn't be going
Aaron
for
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Maybe I should just give up.
Give up.
They should get Lamar Jackson, bro.
They might
There's
as
no
well give
reason-
up. They might as well go get Lamar.
Exactly.
Yo, thank you. There's
They're
no
gonna
reason
give
why
up
the
2
Jets.
first rounders.
Bro, there's no reason why the Jets.
What other
have
option
went-
is there? No.
But bro, as we're constructed right now, bro, how do we not go after him?
Did y'all see that wish list that he wanted that the Jets to get, like Lazard, Odell, Randall
that-
Cobb,
Apparently
and
the wish list
Mercedes?
was fake.
Well, he said that wish list
Wasn't it
was
fake?
fake.
Yeah.
He said the wish list was fake, but I mean, they probably asked him. What I think is that they probably asked him, like, you know, who would you want us to bring in?
I mean, they already got Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna
Well, they
lie.
got
we-
one
Well, apparently they were going to get him anyway.
I swear to God, bro, if we bring in Mercedes Lewis and Randall Cobb,
That would
bro,
be nasty. Oh my god.
I'll be absolutely besides myself,
That
bro.
would be nasty.
You
Why
say
would y'all
that.
bring it?
You
Especially
say that.
it's-
If
no,
the
but
Jets start
especially
kicking up, you're gonna be on the
No,
panel.
no,
going crazy.
God, that won't be, bro.
No. Because bringing in Mercedes Lewis and Randall Cobb when you have Elijah Moore
Thank you.
and
Thank
Gary
you.
Aaron
two
Wilson.
tight ends
Preach.
that are
Preach,
way
G,
better
baby.
than Mercedes
Preach
Lewis,
to him.
that
Thank
would
you,
be
G, baby. Can you
pointless.
preach?
That
That
would
makes
be
Hey,
no
Tyler
sense
Conklin,
at all.
they
Yeah,
y'all
they
still
get
have
Randall
Tyler.
Cobb and
J-Rob,
Mercedes
y'all-
Tyler
Lewis.
Conklin and CJ Usama.
Yes,
Both
bro.
of them.
Y'all got both of them?
Yes,
Yes,
bro.
they have both of them, bro.
You know,
What?
unless I guess they're gonna
That's
put
what I'm
Mercedes
saying.
Lewis at fullback.
Oh my.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
Trent,
that's
what
what they
do- what do-
might. I
But that's
guess.
what I'm
I don't
saying,
know.
Trent. Like, we don't need those guys, bro. That's why I'm like, what do we
Aaron
do?
just wants those guys because he doesn't want to build a rapport with the younger players. He'd rather get some of the players that he's played with or been with as opposed to
Who are
working with the younger
mid.
playars.
Yeah.
Mid, bro. Mid,
But
bro.
how
These
about
old ass
Odell, though?
guys cannot
Let's
run,
keep it. Hold on.
bro.
Let's keep it
Oh,
debating.
yeah.
Though. Hold on.
Cannot
Hold on. Let's keep it
fucking
debating.
run,
Hold on.
But those should go to the
Besides
Bills.
Garrett, and what's his name? They
Elijah.
probably not gonna keep Elijah on more.
We're gonna have
They're not
Elijah.
gonna
We're probably gonna get rid of Corey Davis because I think he's
Because
like a
Corey,
$12 million
come on, Corey Davis, that's a draft
Oh.
bust.
No, he mid too, but
he garbage.
I forgot
No,
about
we're
Corey Davis.
probably gonna move off his contract. I think he's due like $12 million this year. We can't do
Damn.
that.
No,
But
Yeah,
I don't
Jared,
think
you
y'all.
doing
If y'all
fine,
bringing
bro.
all them dudes, where does Elijah Moore fit in? He already not getting the ball.
We're not. No,
That's
we're
the
all,
team.
No, I think we're gonna keep Elijah. I think we're gonna move off Corey, bring in like an Odell, hopefully.
But how much though? How much money?
No, he said he don't want 20 or 15, but he said 4 ain't gonna do it. Come on, I'll slide you 8.
What, 12?
I'll slide you 8. Give him 8. Give him 8.
Yo, you know what's
give him 8. Give him 8, and then throw some incentives.
Fine. I'll accept.
Corey Davis went top 5, bro.
Yeah, I'm hip. You remember him at Western Michigan? He was
bro, his stats. I ain't gonna lie. That 2017 draft class really.
I love this route running, but
you gotta understand. Corey Davis coming out he was a monster.
His stats in college are crazy.
He was a monster coming out.
Yeah, he was supposed to be good, and he could have been. But who was his quarterback?
His hands,
to start his
that
career?
was the problem.
No, who was his quarterback to start his career, Doug? Who was Corey Davis' quarterback to start his career?
When was Corey Davis drafted?
2017. Talking to me?
Yeah, Doug. Who was his quarterback to start his career?
Oh, Ryan Tannehill.
Was it Tannehill?
Exactly.
Was it right? Oh no, Marcus Mariota.
Well, Marcus Mariota.
All right. Oh, now he's on the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, fellas. Shout out to y'all for coming on by any means. Any last remarks before we bid this thing farewell?
I just realized last episode of Gridiron, tune in. Joe Flacco is the GOAT.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Where did that come from?
Joe Flacco.
Hey.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
Oh, he talking about cruising. He talking about cruising.
Alabama winning the national championship.
Man. Yo, Dub, what? I ain't gonna lie, Alabama not even winning their
Tank Dale, the best wide receiver in the draft class.
I ain't gonna lie, LSU is winning the West. Bama, so it is.
Hey, Bama, where you rank?
I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about hoop, bum.
UConn is winning it all.
No. And first off, Bama, we know we still got that bet, right?
UConn is winning it all, bro.
Hey, Bama, we still got that bet, right?
Houston.
What's
like
the name?
Houston,
Houston matchup in the Final Four, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Get that.
Yeah, or like anytime. No, we both 1 seed. Yeah, you're right. For sure.
All right,
Yo,
for sure. Go ahead, Ben.
Because we got y'all.
Worst comeback season 2024.
I hope so.
I mean, it better be.
Broncos country. That's right.
It better be.
Broncos country.
Joel Embiid for
MVP.
MVP.
Payne, no excuses.
Yeah.
I like Alabama. I like Alabama in the tournament coach mark for sure.
Wait, Trent, who you have MVP?
Bro, it's 15 in Denver, bro.
Right now, no. Right now, Embiid is closing the gap.
Look, I love Jokic.
That award is
closing the gap.
That award is coming down to
if anybody not named Jokic was having a triple-double in the first seed, bro, will we have this conversation?
No, wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, probably.
Be real with yourselves, bro. Be for real.
Y'all don't want to give it to me.
Wait, can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? This is not Jokic's fault. Jokic is unfortunately a bystander or a victim of Westbrook.
Oh.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Which I do not.
No,
I think the reason here's my point in saying that. And the way is like I love y'all point. G baby y'all got a point. What number 1 seed averages a triple double and y'all dispute it? And I think we don't value the triple double as a basketball community as we used to because of the Russell Westbrook factor. And so that's why when we look at Embiid, we look at all these other things like his scoring and his defense and these things.
He's the better overall player.
We don't get lost. We don't get lost into it the same way that we did before because it doesn't seem as impressive anymore. And that's just a testament to the evolution of basketball.
I'll say this because, first off, the better overall player really don't mean nothing because that's and talking about defense because that's the case. Magic would have never won MVP because his defense was never like that. Nor did that.
Yeah.
And second, when we talk about the Russ MVP, I feel like it was more of a conversation because what James Harden was doing because he was almost averaging triple double and
same.
And OKC was like the 6-7 seed, but they both carried the squads. But
I think they just gave it to Russ because of KD.
Has there been any?
It's on there.
But let's be real, Trent. The first triple double year.
My last question. I'm about to say, has there been any other player that's been the number 1 seed, averaging basically a triple double and not been MVP? Like basically an MVP, bro. Like it's like I see it.
I get it.
If you averaging a triple double or close to it, bro, you get a lot of love for it. Oscar Robertson didn't win MVP when he got a triple double though.
But that's what I'm saying. Though,
Can you tell me what his seed was and who won it that year?
But I'm not saying you don't get no love for it. I'm just saying I just don't feel like we give it the same amount of attention. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not like a good thing anymore, but let's be real. Like, bro, we look at triple double. Somebody got a triple double, but they lost, so you're not really sweating it. And some of y'all be like empty calories or just empty stats and shit. But also, y'all gotta be real too. You've seen people win MVPs because of how great of defenders they have been. They offensive ability and defensive ability. Huh?
Who?
Giannis.
Kareem.
Giannis.
Oh,
He won. Giannis
No,
won.
Kareem won MVP. Kareem won.
I don't
MVP.
think.
the year Oscar Robertson. Was that the voted one? The player
Michael Jordan.
They always voted. They always.
Yeah,
voted.
but I think, but one of those MVPs.
You can
Giannis
even
won.
say
I don't
LeBron.
think Giannis should have won MVP in 2019. That's just me though. I
Despite
think
him almost averaging 30.
That doesn't matter, bro.
In
That doesn't matter.
2019,
Harden could have won it that year, though.
But that doesn't matter. I don't think Jokic should have won it the year before, but he still got it. That happens.
Last
That
year,
happens.
yeah, no.
Last year, Embiid should have won it.
So y'all feel like he should have won the first one? Because I remember having a fight tooth and nail with people about the first one too. I remember that.
Jokic should have won the first one.
No, I was fine. I'm glad people are coming around now, but I think
this is what I think. This is what I think the NBA does, bro. This is what I think the NBA does, and I think basketball community we do this shit too. Is the first MVP you get is cool, bro. You know, like if you had a good year, we're not gonna put too much pressure on you because usually it's a young player coming up. You get that first one, it's cool. Then you go back to back, or you want to continue for your third, and that's when I feel like that's when the criticism comes. I think that's when your expectations, your narrative changes. That's when people start to look more into what you got going on. That's why I think so many people push back when he got it that second year because
Just like Giannis.
Yeah.
Giannis is a little different, but I understand like
you know
where
what I'm
you're coming
saying?
from, JRob, but like
yeah,
I feel like so I get having expectations for Jokic in Denver this year, but like last year, what was y'all expected them to do? I was just happy.
I just wasn't expecting him to win the MVP trophy, bro.
No one.
I mean, I can get what
that's the only thing I wasn't
in
expecting, bro.
Okay, and then that's fair because I'm like, I was just happy
I
we wasn't in the play.
Nothing, bro.
I was like, I was just happy we wasn't in the play, and that's all I was happy about. But yeah, I know we got to wrap up. I know you said
you're
that
good.
earlier.
Nah, you're good. You good.
We haven't even talked about it. You know, Gridiron's 100th episode is tomorrow.
Oh, for real?
It's Gridiron's 100th episode, y'all.
Maybe I gotta wear something cool. Should I bust out the suit?
No, you wear Dub Knows Best. That's what it was.
Actually, I'm gonna have to. You may have to burn that. I'm gonna have to go a week. That's gonna have to be 101 episode.
What a hoe.
Sorry, but not for episode 100, bro. I gotta do something cooler, bro. Episode 101.
Just get some shades or something.
You know I'm gonna see it through. Don't do me like that.
Man, if I could, I would wear it. If I could find one by tomorrow.
You know I'm gonna see it through, duh. You know I'm gonna see it through.
And if I pull, I might have to rep a Jaguar.
He said, nah, bro.
Oh,
might have to give me a Jaguar.
Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
Talk about some generational talents.
But I feel like I'm gonna wear a suit, bro. Like I'm a gentleman, bro. I'm wearing a suit. It's a celebration. Make sure you bring your champagne. Make sure you got your red cup, fellas.
No, Dub. Get your Henny.
Dub, what are we doing, Dub? You got a plan? You gonna do it? Are we doing a draft? Like, come on.
I didn't even. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know it was the 100th episode. So now I gotta plan this out.
Now you gotta plan something crazy. We gotta do like a draft, maybe some duos. Me, Headache Gang versus Dudley Boys. Whatever we gotta do.
No, I'll think about it. We'll see. We shall see.
When is it tomorrow?
I wish I was cool.
All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Gridiron episode 100 tomorrow. Chat, we'll holler at y'all. Get them likes up on the way out. Appreciate you.
Dub, you doing Dub's World?